Hey, folks, welcome to the Generational Gap. I am Robert, your resident Gen Xer, and, well, we don't have a resident. Stephen Ignoramus is here with us tonight.
Hi.
Would you be our resident
Hi.
millennial this evening?
Great. Awesome. Happy Halloween.
And then, of all things, right below us, we haven't seen her in a year. One of the greatest guests we've ever had of all time,
Yeah.
Jane, has graced us with her presence. Please all bow down.
That's right.
What was that?
Yes, yes, please do.
That's
Yes.
creepy, man.
How's it going, guys? Glad to be back.
It's so good to have you here, Jane. It has been a year. The last time you were here on Halloween, right? We had our
hmm
charity stream, and you showed up and graced us with your presence. Stephen,
Yeah.
Stephen, it's been a while since you've been here.
Yeah, it has been.
You were less of a turkey then, um,
Yeah.
but I do like the costume. You are. Would you like to tell
I'm
the
a maggot infested turkey. That's what
maggot
I am.
infested turkey?
MAGAT. Maggot.
The
Maggot infested.
the right kind of maggot, correct?
Right. Yeah.
That's right.
We've
And I have to
got.
tell you right now. I have to tell you right now, though. I know we've never met before. But I have to say that your costume is very, very problematic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First of all, the MAGA hat. I mean, that's just obvious. Like, clearly, you support Hitler and the Holocaust and all that. Also, turkeys are a symbol of colonialism. So,
Right.
I mean, if you could just remove the whole thing and just try again. I mean, come on.
Jane, are you saying you
I
want to
am
see
really
Stephen naked?
It's going to be a lot of turkey.
Did you?
After a couple of glasses of wine, who knows?
um,
Yeah, we can. Sorry, go ahead.
Stephen, were you not with us last year on Halloween? Didn't you join us and meet
Uh, I
Jane?
I think that was one of the terrible internet nights for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So you never actually got to meet Jane,
No, I was in the chat. It scarred me.
did it?
Yeah,
No.
I remember that.
It's
I
all I can do to not throw him off a rooftop right now.
there were rumors circulating that you might have had a slight crush, but you know, I mean,
It's projection.
That's
do
what I
what?
heard.
It's projection.
It's
Yeah.
rumors are rumors. I
Projection.
mean, ever since
I
Timex
don't know.
Social Club.
If you check out my OK Cupid profile, you'll see that I am very desirable in Beverly Hills, of all places. Okay,
Yes,
so
and that
you can keep it.
that
You can keep that over there. Okay, thank you, please. I don't need this negativity in my life.
so speaking of
I
that,
also noticed that neither of you are wearing masks.
oh,
Don't you know we have a pandemic right now?
this
None
is
of you are wearing your mask.
this is a biometric filter, so everything that
So
goes through it is,
You
we're good.
guys are literally killing people right now. Okay.
poultry is
Literally
immune.
killing.
Not to smallpox though.
We've we do have a few folks that have
You
shown
get
up in.
one whiff of those smallpox blankets and the turkey,
Yes.
goes the way of the red man.
We
Oh, and speaking of the chat, though, I hope everyone out there, I hope you're all wearing your masks, okay? Because otherwise, I hope you get the virus and your computer gets the virus, okay?
uh, can you transmit it to computers or vice versa?
Probably. It's like the most dangerous virus ever.
Oh, I gotcha.
Like, literally.
So we've got Wyatt in the chat from the Breakdown with Birkenhoff. Good to see you, Wyatt. I also see R-rated conservative RRC. How are you doing tonight? And DN Monk 407 is in the house. Are you a Karen? That's Jane with an
That's
H.
that's a good description of it, though, yeah. That's kind of the character I'm doing, yeah. No Karen action.
Don't break the fourth barrier, John. Come on, let's go. It's been an interesting year. We haven't had any chance to catch up with you about. Say what?
Steven just said hi to himself in the chat.
Oh, I didn't mention that you were in the chat as well. I should have done that,
Yes.
shouldn't I have?
Yeah.
How
I'm
dare
a
you.
horrible individual, aren't I?
Yeah.
So Jane, we haven't had a chance to catch up, like see how things have been going. I mean,
Uh,
you want to tell us? Obviously you have some pretty strong opinions about the coronavirus. Has that negatively impacted you since all this
um,
started?
yeah, I mean, you look around, there's all these, MAGA chuds walking around not wearing their masks and literally killing people every day. Hundreds of thousands of people are dying every day, Robert,
So
and you people still won't wear your mask. I just don't understand.
so you think we should be instituting stronger lockdowns and
Yes,
closing
anyone who's
closing
not
more?
wearing their mask at all times needs to be put up against the wall. I mean, that's just it.
but
Now,
Those,
not shot though.
no, just put up against the wall.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
I remember a few up against the wall scenarios from the
Yeah.
'80s, and
That's not
there
the
was
plan
no
he wants.
there was no getting shot involved.
No. No, it was a different virus though.
Yes, yes, it was, but
It was.
very much the same amount of misinformation about
Yeah.
it too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Trying
it's
to think
beautiful.
of like commonalities though.
So, Jane, did you lose your job, or did
Like that one happened at home. This one happened at this one happened at home. That one happened at bathhouses. Sorry.
Wait,
Gay discos.
that one happened at bathhouses. This one happened at bat houses.
Oh.
That's a good
We
one.
have a winner.
So, Jane, did you have you been hurt financially? Did you lose your job? Anything like that? What is it you do?
So my job is to go on Twitter and tweet under the president. So tweeting his,
Try to get it in time.
tweeting him, right?
Oh.
And then, finding all these MAGA chuds running around and like,
What is it,
saying
Chud?
them on Twitter.
Jean? How do you say your name? Jean?
Jane.
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 It's,
Why
I think
is
that's
there an
pretty
H?
clear.
it's a long H. Jane.
Oh,
Ah.
Jane.
Yeah, it's a long H.
Right, like that. What's a chud?
You don't know what a chud is?
A cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Carnivorous. I thought it was carnivorous.
I thought it was cannibal. I think
Ah,
it's cannibal. I'm pretty
explain
sure
that
it's
again.
cannibalistic.
Say it again.
It's
Is it an
it's
acronym?
cannibalistic. Yeah,
Okay.
it should be like it's something like cannibalistic humanoid underground dweller.
Okay.
So basically,
Like
you're
a
subhuman.
thick skull.
Look up the movie.
like a thick skull type.
There was a movie, Chud. There was a movie.
Yeah.
Was that back in
Yeah,
the
the movie.
70s or 80s?
Yeah.
Something like that.
You guys
One
gotta
of
get into
those
skull
time
measurements.
periods. No. Ah,
Mine's the
my
right
hair
shape.
all over me.
Yeah, mine's the right shape. Are you gonna wear that
Not
mask
like-
that whole time?
I was gonna, but I don't know. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
How can I be the only guy that their mouth is showing? This is the only show that I've ever been.
Don't be
Chuck in the
racist,
chat.
Stephen.
Don't be
I
racist.
know. We've got Woodchuck
Dude,
joined
I like
us,
white
This is
turkey. Brown turkeys only, bitch. Brown supremacists.
and he's
Get that
he's
white
addressed you, Stephen. Gobble gobble. Howdy, folks. Just smashed my finger, so I'm
Hi.
taking a break.
Nice.
You know I wanna talk turkey.
Well, I hope you were wearing your mask when you smashed your finger. Otherwise, it's going to be a huge problem.
Jane, Dean Monk says he's worn a mask under his nose since the start of the pandemic. How many people do you think died because of him?
At
All of
least
them.
1 million.
Every
At
one
least
of them.
1 million
So
people
out
have
of the-
died because
all of
of
them.
your actions,
Everyone.
Dean Monk. Okay.
So out of the
Yeah.
200,000 and something people that have died in America, 1 million of those people were because of Dean Monk.
6 million were
Correct.
because of him.
At least.
6 million. Yeah. 6 gorillion.
man. 6 gorillion.
6 Carillion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. All
So-
of them Harambe as well.
So-
I saw this
Dude,
spicy meme.
Dean
Can I
Monk killed a
explain it to you guys?
Harambe.
It's
Yeah.
pretty bad. Can I explain it?
Explain it or show it.
Jane.
No, I'll
Really get
explain
it?
it. You'll get it.
Oh, okay.
It's like two guys talking, and it's like there's some kind of time machine involved. And the guy in 2016, he's like,
Oh,
"Bro, this
yeah.
year was crazy. Like some gorilla got killed, and then the world melted down, and there was an election." And the 2020 was like, "Yeah, this year too."
He said, yeah, same. I've seen that one, yeah. He's like, same.
Like George Floyd.
Yeah.
Rob in charge play. I can tell Robert got it.
No, I got it. I'm
Oh,
there.
strike.
Huh,
Community guideline strike.
so
Hateful content. Sorry.
That was extremely hateful content. How dare you,
Yeah.
Steven? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I literally can't believe I'm sitting in the same stream as you right now.
So, who's your inspiration to become the way you were?
What do you mean inspiration? I was
Sean.
born like this.
Were you?
I was born this way.
I was born
course.
this way.
Were you?
Of course I was.
Cut off it.
so you were born with that badger on your face?
Yes, of course.
That's got to be freaky. So
I just look on the outside how I feel on the inside. So I think that obviously I'm a lot better off now than when I was trying to fake it.
when you
Or
were
see.
trying to fake it. I was born this way. Blame alcohol and nicotine. Nice.
Yeah. The
So
hell of a drug.
So you mentioned your Cupid profile. Did you ever find love from that? That was, I mean, it was an amazing profile.
Oh.
I did see that you got a lot of
Honey.
interest.
Honey, I found a lot of love from that. All right. A lot of love.
Was it love or the love that dare not speak its name?
I mean, what's the difference? I mean, you actually believe in like love? Oh my god. Next, you're gonna be telling me you're some kind of conservator or something.
My darling, I can't get enough of your love, baby.
What Chuck says, no, I wasn't wearing a mask. Hammer stapler to the F finger. Damn, I yelled over and over, so we're all gonna die.
I don't see
Oh
that.
yeah, you
Did I
just
get
infected
deleted
like
on mine?
100,000 people.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
What
might just take a second.
What?
Sorry.
And
I
that's
just
right,
read it on top chat.
RC. It's ma'am.
It is ma'am.
Clearly,
Back check
ma'am.
true.
Clearly. I mean, just look at me.
I'm going live
Clearly.
with you. Have a good one, guys. It's good to see you, RRC. Thanks for
All right.
stopping
See
by.
you, man.
But is there anybody in your life? Have you found yourself a nice, employed Republican conservative kind of guy to?
As if I would ever. No.
Well-
The only man for me is a communist, okay, who makes at least 6 figures a year. All right. And I don't think I'm going to find that. So I think for right now, my cats are more than enough.
You know what's funny? The best way to ensure that is just get inflation going, like really, really fat, so everyone makes 6 figures. That's the best way to do that.
Right?
That's true.
Crash the dollar.
Well, then they would need to make like 9 figures.
No. They heard they heard you talking now.
My price goes up, honey. All right. I gotta live out here.
So live out where? Where are you at?
Beverly Hills.
Now, are you
where
like in the heart of Beverly Hills, or are you like a suburbanite?
He's on Skid Row.
I mean, I don't really want to like give my location out because you know how those maggots are.
Yeah, I know. They
come and find me. They
white
kill
supremacists.
trans people.
Oh,
all the
you're
time.
in the
They do.
90210. Is
Those
that
white
correct?
supremes.
They
That's right.
They
Yes.
pour bleach in your bum and say this is MAGA country.
That's true.
That's what goes on. They put you in a garage with a pole rope, and
Yeah.
Don't
push you.
bleaching is a necessary thing, sir. Don't butt shame.
Butt shame. Yeah.
Butt shame.
There, I don't remember what it was. It was when I was downtown, and there was like a
Oh.
Clorox bleach bottle.
All right, I can't deal with this mess
What did
anymore.
it say? It had like a noose around it. What did it have? I don't remember what it was, but it's something Trump related. Like Trump's medicine, or like Trump wants you to drink this.
Oh yeah, because he said
the
something.
hydrochloroquine?
If there was something that we could drink like bleach that would, because he used bleach in the context, and people wanted to say, oh, he's telling people to drink bleach. No, he didn't
So
fucking tell
retarded.
anybody to drink bleach.
He broke them.
Yeah, he's
They're
broken
broken
everybody. He's broken a
Not
lot of
me.
people. Well,
Yeah.
in different ways, he's broken people. I mean,
Yeah, I guess.
I
don't
mean,
know.
there's
people. If you're having emotional issues because of Trump, that's what I mean.
well,
That's perfectly valid, Stephen. Okay,
Yeah, it's your
Trump
truth.
is I mean, he triggers my PTSD at least 6 times a day, at least that many times.
Yeah.
Ooh,
There's the
which
rooftop option, man. I mean, you can't run from it. You
so
First
can't.
of all, it's ma'am,
There's the
clearly.
Iranian option. That's what we call it. The Iranian option.
well
Yeah.
now would you be willing to for a serious question, would you be willing to say, Stephen, that there's a lot of people in this country that have had their spirit broken?
Um, by Trump.
Yes, by Trump, by everything associated with Trump, by the other side. On both sides of the fence,
I don't know.
I think people have had their spirit broken as far as
It's hard to
spirit of the
define.
country.
Yeah, I don't know. It was fake before Trump. I think with those people,
Sure.
I don't know. I think most people really don't care about the country. Like they really don't.
That's sad.
Because I don't care.
Yeah, they don't.
I don't care because if something you gotta think. Here's how I know, or how I think about it. If a foreign power were to take over tomorrow, who would bat an eye?
I would.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's
I would full on go Wolverines on them.
okay. Yeah,
Right?
I don't think most people would.
I mean,
I think like
No.
also I think in terms of the population, the amount that are like live streamers and on the internet is very, very small. But I think most people live streaming on the internet would care. But most people are not that. Most people I think it would be all right. Yeah, I don't think.
you don't
And
think
also, there's no
you don't think
definition
there
of
would
the country. There's not a good definition of the country.
there wouldn't be a
Like,
Red Dawn in this country at
I don't know.
this
I think
point?
it would split up. There would still be in America. And I like that we talk about this every time I come on because it is where it's going. I think there would still be in America, but I just think a lot of people don't either know what the country is or they don't care, or they shouldn't be thinking about the whole country. Your average asshole can't think about the whole country. You shouldn't think about the whole country.
Well,
So it's like that's bullshit. Like that way of thinking is as fake as the Easter Bunny.
well, I mean, I could agree with that to the extent, right up to the point where you have to start thinking about it as you get older, when you have to start thinking about the country as a global presence, like
Why?
that.
Why?
Because we
What's that
have
to do
to
with getting older?
because we have to have trade. We have to
I know,
have.
but no, which is not correlative to your age.
Well, you take it more seriously as you get older.
Why?
You do.
Tell
Because,
me why.
well,
I've
May,
taken global
for certain
politics
things,
seriously my whole life.
for certain reasons, you start to take it more seriously, which is also why I believe you become more authoritarian as you get older. When people who have kids, family, buy houses, and have to start
Why
thinking
should
about
those people
the
care about
solidity
the
of things.
globe more?
Well, because
the globe is not where solidity is.
I'm sorry.
Thinking about the
Everything in
globe
our
is-
everything in
Oh my
about our
God.
economy, everything about our economy is based off global trade.
Have
I
fun.
mean, our GDP is everything. Ask Trump.
Okay.
That's what he preaches constantly. Is our
But you aren't
GDP is
Trump.
everything.
You aren't the president, is what I'm saying. Like the president's job is that.
Right, but that's what we're being told our focus needs to be. I mean,
What's your point, man?
I mean, the point is we have to think about where we are as a country as far as diplomacy and global trade.
I'm saying that your average citizen does not.
Right. I agree with that. I mean, what
They
effect does it have?
Go ahead, John.
I was going to say, what effect does it have on your day-to-day life?
Because those are the people who are supposed to be electing the officials that are going to be making decisions about those things.
I would disagree with that. I would disagree with that too. With John, there is that it does affect your life. It's that it's not your job.
But
That's what my point is. It's not your job.
If you're going to cast an uneducated vote, you're correct. It's not your responsibility.
No, either way, you can't explain global geo-commerce to me, Robert.
Why? Okay, as far as the fact that we have imports and
educated enough.
Countries have imports and exports. They need resources that they don't have. It gets traded back and forth across the world. And diplomacy affects trade as well, especially when you're talking about sanctions and tariffs and taxes. These affect people, that the amount of that money that they pay for goods. So the amount that they are focused on that, the responsibility they take about who they put in office that are going to impact those decisions. Yes, that's a responsibility that as you get older and become a voter, you need to think about these things. And it
I
needs to be
disagree.
something that
It's
you
fine. We
are
can move on. I just
educated about.
disagree. Like have fun. Like like who should be our top 10 most biggest trading partners? Like it's complicated, and I'm not saying I know. I'm saying that your average fuck doesn't, including me. And if you start to like Nephilim just said in the chat, the average person needs to clean their rooms, Bucko. You need to think like
Yeah.
small. Like it's that this is the problem is that like it you know none of us here understand these big systems like enough to be like now they the system and the elite do us a good turn by whittling it down to two assholes. And that point, you can make an educated decision because you can just be like one or the other. Like I like protectionism, I like Trump. You know, so it's easy for there. But as far as actually understanding these issues, no one does who's doing these squabbles.
I can agree with that, but it doesn't mean that we shouldn't try to understand them. It
No,
doesn't
me
mean
neither.
that
I'm
we should,
pro education. I'm pro education.
right? I mean,
I do. I think we should.
because it's things like this, things that happen on a global scale with our economy, et cetera, that affect things like inflation, which affect that make people think about how much they're making, and then we have discussions about minimum wage, and then we have
Yeah.
government regulating
Yeah, I
more
don't think.
and
Yeah,
more
I
based
don't.
off the
Yeah.
economy. I mean,
Yeah.
all
This
the
is a shit
regulations that
system.
happen with the economy are fucking insane, and being educated about who's going into office and what they want to do.
I mean, they're just both bad because they're pro minimum wage.
Yeah, there's all sorts of arguments about that, and people
Yeah.
should be educated on that if you're gonna, if you're gonna cast a vote. I mean,
I just think that why I don't know. We can move on. It's okay.
no,
I don't really know your point. What your
I
point
just
is,
don't
but
want
also
because people. I
like
don't like people blindly electing people.
there should be like 90% less people should be able to vote.
Wow.
Like
Yeah.
like 90% less.
That's and I've heard that argument, but I mean that's kind of not how we were. That's not what we were about in the beginning. I mean, do we need to go away from that because we've evolved from that?
People need to grow up so bad, dude.
Yeah.
People need to grow the fuck up so bad when it comes to politics.
Well, I can agree with that, but I mean that gets into the conversation about we need to revamp what we base all of our politics on, because we base them on the words of dead people, right? I mean, and in a time that's far gone past. But I don't know. It's a complicated conversation because I mean, if you leave the vote, if you're leaving it up to the people to decide things. I'm just of a mind they need to be educated on what they're making decisions about.
Yeah, I don't accept the premise that if I don't like the people. No, man, it shouldn't be the people deciding shit.
And do you agree with that? You agree?
Anti-mob.
But do you agree with that from the standpoint of the vote as well? Like who should be allowed to vote? Whose hands do we put that into?
Like I don't know. I don't know. Definitely net contributors. I mean, I talk about this at least once a week on my show of but so I don't know exactly. I would be interested in that discussion. If there was like a council, like a fucking constitutional convention, I would cast my lot to be in the discussion, to like talk with people. But what I think right now is definitely net contributors. Anyone that's that takes welfare and doesn't. Yeah, anyone that like takes from the state shouldn't be able to vote.
Oh, now this is exactly something that I put forward in Discord the other day in this conversation, and I said that while it should not be taken away as a right. For instance, with social programs like welfare, if you don't vote, you can't take part in those programs.
It should be the other way around. It should be if you take those
he's saying the other way around.
Vote. Say that again.
It should not be that the way you said. It should be the other way around. If you take welfare, you can't vote.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I was looking at it more from the angle of if you're not going to take part in the decisions, then
That's
you shouldn't take.
Based, mushy,
That's not
That does
feeling
that.
space. It's
There's
Oh my
no
God.
there's no carrot, no stick anywhere in that, dude. People can just like voting's bullshit, man. Like it's inconsequential compared to what resources. It's inconsequential. Like what matters is resources, safety,
okay, but
yeah,
that doesn't
and
put
liberty.
people. So that just
Voting's
hands power.
horseshit.
That just hands power to
It's
anybody.
always been about power. Period.
Well, that's not what I want the government to be. I
Too
mean,
bad. It's always
But
going to be
that's what it
government
is. Yeah.
forever. Always.
okay, so then I can continue with my inevitability principle that
What's
that
that?
it's
What do you mean?
just going to be an authoritarian state before it's all said
No,
and
that's
done.
not true. No, that's not true.
It's the
power can be
direction we're
distributed.
headed.
No, of course, but I'm saying so is voting is gonna always head in that direction, dude. Voting becomes the most authoritarian shit, dude.
I guess I could see that.
It's true. Like they have it wrapped up in a system right now where all we're gonna do is fight, and then they're gonna grow. Like all this ends in fighting, all of it. In terms of and that just wastes time. Like arguing takes time. So like it's about resources and it is about power. And if it doesn't have to end in well, authoritarian can be good, man. Also,
Well,
like
that's
it
and
can be.
that's what the corporatocracy is going to
Yeah, you
is
think
if
it's going to be that? I don't
yeah,
see. I don't see
but
it going that way.
who's got the power and the resources?
America
The
is a corporation.
corporations.
America is a corporation.
No, not.
No, it is. Look it up. It is an incorporated company. America is a corporation.
How is I don't
Are you
understand.
using Blacklaw's dictionary for
I
that?
am, man. I'm in.
Who,
I've looked into this. It is. It is incorporated.
now, how in the fuck? Hold on. Now, is this? Tell me that because I'm assuming this is some black pill shit. But
No, not
No,
at all.
no. It's
how
not
is it
black.
It's
set
some
up as
fucking
a?
white pill shit, dude.
How is it incorporate? How could a country be incorporated?
Almost all are.
Are they?
Almost every single country in the world is incorporated. There's only like 10 that aren't, and it's all our enemies.
Like they're legitimately
That's
set up
legit.
and documented as a company, not a country.
Legit. Corporation, not
Or a
company.
corporation, excuse me.
Corporation. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That doesn't sound constitutional.
Since 1871, we are not constitutional. That's when it happened, and we on our habeas corpus is suspended, bitch. We are not things are not what they seem. Like,
How is this not widely known?
I don't know. It's very, very, very hard to. I don't know, but the internet, a lot of people know now.
So we're like Walmart? We're just Walmart.
I don't know. I don't know what it is, yo. But we are not under the jurisdiction of the United States of America. We are under the jurisdiction, I don't want to speak too much on this because it depends on when you get into a legal dispute, then the chips are down. But like the United States of America and the United States are different things. The United States is the corporation. United States, all capital letters, is the corporation. United States of America, the beginning letters of each word capitalized, is the republic, like the original country. And yeah, definitely the corporation stuff is fact. Any lawyer can tell you. Crazy, right?
Is it so? And you said that's been around since the 1800s.
You are dead at sea, sir. We are all dead at sea. We are shipped goods. Do you know what I mean by this?
Yeah, I think I do.
No.
You heard of this? I mean, people. I mean, there's also an element of this. It's kind of like I'm wrong if I fail at this in front of a public official. If you know, like, it's right now. It's three assholes talking on a live stream. That's what's going on. I'm a man. You're a man. Jane
is Jane.
I'm a what now?
Jane is
what?
Jane.
Now?
But like, if you look on your birth certificate, and I'm glad I'm explaining this because I've taken about 10 hours of classes in this last week. I'm really into it right now. On your birth certificate, it's going to say your name in all capital letters. Okay, that is the person which is a dead thing actually in a law book. It's a dead entity. Like it's a dead individual. That is the property. I'm getting in over my head. I just know that is not you.
Well,
The
see,
all
yeah, I thought that
caps
was the
name.
corporation. The all
Yeah,
caps
that's
name
like the
is a
corporation. That's your LLC. That's
Yeah,
an LLC.
no, I mean, I've heard a lot of this
Yes.
Stuff from the
yeah.
I don't know if you want to say the sovereign citizen.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, what it is natural man or a natural person, and what we're really talking about is private versus public law, and what
Right.
jurisdiction you are operating under when you are like reserving your rights or with like waiving your rights, basically. It's very complicated and it takes a long time to like get it, even what I'm even talking about. It took me like 6 months. But people now
I remember you talking about that stuff when you came down here.
So basically,
I knew nothing back then.
I know,
It was a complete LARP joke back then. We were just joking about it, like,
right?
But
yeah.
Like,
I remember we were joking, yeah.
Complete. Okay, but here's the theoretical. The people that know this really well claim to be able to get out of any legal dispute, no matter what.
Really?
I mean,
I've heard at least 5 people say this: mortgage debt, traffic tickets, and anything like that.
Really?
Any debt, any law, any act, by reserving your rights.
But have you seen evidence of them doing that?
They have presented evidence. I mean, I haven't been there.
Right. No, I know you're not there, but I mean, even video that that's good enough.
Well,
I've seen evidence of it.
I've absolutely seen it fail quite often.
Yeah. Okay. So now watch this. I don't know, man. I could talk about this all night. I don't know if I want to like hijack your guys' stream. I mean, it's interesting, but like if you guys want to talk about other shit, I'm fine too. But like I have my other thoughts on why it fails and stuff. But I don't know if, how long we want to talk about this.
But but ultimately
we don't have to do it for too long.
Yeah, no, but ultimately it sounds like they've turned us they've turned us into entities, not humans, not citizens.
100%.
Right. So we're 100%. Entities of the corporation, and the country is not a country; it's an entity itself.
If you're under their jurisdiction, if you retain your rights in the higher jurisdiction, you can get out of any dispute. This is the claim of the natural man, natural woman movement, or private law. The corporation is under the realm of public law. And there are certain titles and phrases that are only used in public law. And you reserving your rights as a natural man in the jurisdiction of private law above that, they cannot prosecute you. But they will try to trap you at every turn with their little legalese. And the minute you give up that jurisdiction, you're fucked. So it's like very, very thin ice, and you have to know exactly what to say. Exactly, you have to question them too. You have to know the natural law very well, and there's people that teach these courses.
And now, but just curiously, does that mean that you can break public law and fall back on those rights?
Circumvent it. You reserve your rights, and they will dismiss your case. It's not breaking it, and it's not even lying. If you lie once, you're going to get trapped. You have to be complete. You can only say things that are 100% true, because their system is based in lie. Like, Robert, you're a man, not a person. That's the way you like, and that's true. Actually, you this is a country, not a corporation. So you have to like maintain the stance of a higher truth in front of them under duress.
Yeah.
And
sounds like an interesting challenge.
It's very okay. I know a couple people that would be perfect for it. I can't say one of them. I can't say them on air. But I know a couple people that would be perfect for it.
Couple of things. I got a video that we can watch that's on this topic.
Yeah, it's people failing.
No. Oh. It's actually someone who does succeed.
Really? You found it?
Court. Yeah, I found one of them. I used to watch this dude back in the day because he's just the goofiest looking dude. Also, Midget B would like to join us.
Yeah,
we don't.
Chuck says Chuck says sovereign citizen
here,
is
I'll
a
put it-
lie. Natural man, living man is not. Yeah, the sovereign citizen is a Jewish straw man. Like a ABL straw man. Jan the Queen. Can I call you Jan?
If you want, that actually sounds better.
Are you want me to pull it up, John? Or
I put
Jane?
it in the chat. I
Right.
put it in the chat for the
Dude,
Zoom.
this guy.
So, yeah.
Well,
Dude,
that's what I'm saying.
so
Do you want me to
funny.
put? Did you want to show it, or you were just putting it
Yeah,
out there?
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
if
I
you
can
have
show
it, you can just share your screen.
He's got like Robin of Locksley garb on. Dude, because when you
Yeah.
know how to talk this game, like, do you guys know Schaefer Cox?
That's, are you kidding me? Schaefer Cox.
No, it's literally.
Come
his
on,
name.
that's
I swear.
that's so
it's his
funny.
name.
That's something I would make up as like a shitty Xbox Live title, like an Xbox Live name or something.
You're so right. Harry Oxlong.
Right.
Oh gosh.
What was the other one? Barry McCockiner. That was another
Wait
one.
until marriage, kids.
Right. Then you can bury McCockiner.
Oh my God!
But don't
you
tell
kids.
me about it.
You kids in your
Don't tell me
potty
about
mouth.
Yeah, I don't want to.
What are you talking about? That was somebody's name.
Is Midge coming in? He's here.
Yep.
Oh no.
He's connecting to audio.
So
You're trying to,
Ooh,
you're trying to
snapper in
declare yourself a living man.
So if that is the case, as you were saying, that we are a corporation, do you know that what kind of doors that opens to a company that grows larger economically than the United
Yeah, I mean, it's
States?
interesting.
Because as soon as Amazon has the money, I mean, what's to stop them from wanting to buy us up?
Well, I mean, the thing is that Amazon, when they get an army, we can talk. But the thing is that when a corporation is doing business inside of another corporation, United States, it's under the jurisdiction of it, and that's true when it's operating in any other country. And there's no such thing as operating under like its own entity. It's got to be inside of a different country. Like,
So
there's no such thing as
we should
as
watch this video and watch
Yeah, you
it
know,
happen in like real time. That would be. I think that would be kind of
What's up,
cool.
midget?
Like watching these. A lot of the things that you were saying, he like mentions exactly the
Are you
same
gonna
thing.
share screen?
And like I said,
I'm getting ready.
I thought Robert was.
I'm
yeah,
getting ready
Robert's supposed
to,
be doing
'cause since Jane can't do it.
Want me to do it? I can do it.
No, I got it.
You just bitch every day.
No, I don't have a problem doing it. I was just still talking, and because
I can see Robert's gears turning.
I feel self-important. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just thinking because
It's
that
hot.
just
It's
can
fucking-
smell
that
it.
just
I
that
can
just
smell it
scares-
burning from here.
that just pushes me
Because it's
closer to the
it's-
corporatocracy mind thought process.
no, man. We're already here. Like it's white pilling. It's good.
Oh, I shared the screen with you.
Put on dirt.
Here, I'll just put it here. All right, there we go. Am I playing? Did it play? Play? Oh, you fuck.
Talbot. He is not represented by counsel here today. Mr. Talbot.
I appreciate the invitation this evening. Thank you, Wankers.
Will be tried today.
Hey, what's up?
Midget, what's up?
Hope you're wearing a mask.
No, of course not. Why would
Oh
I?
my god, you've probably killed another million people as well.
Oh, personally, I
Personally.
sleep well until about 6 o'clock. Can't wait for that.
Right. Oh, I hate when my cats wake me up. Oh my god.
There you go.
And I have to get the wine from the night before and
There
finish
you
that.
go.
to
You
go
have
back
to finish
sleep.
that before you go back to yeah. Isn't it just the worst?
Oh yeah.
All right, so this is John. If I remember correctly, this guy, this is Natural Man, right? Is that what he goes by?
Yeah, well, it was a nickname that was given to him. The Living Man is what we always called
the
him.
Living
like,
Man, right.
Living man.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Because he says that all the time. He's like, I am the Living Man.
Yeah.
You
I
can't
mean, that's
tell
what
the
you're
Living
supposed to say.
Man what to do. Yeah.
Well, quick question before we start here. I'm curious where these corporations are traded. Are they traded privately on the IMF? Like, how does this work?
I think they are listed on some sort of exchange, and I think a lot of them, I shit you not, are incorporated in the Vatican.
What?
Oh,
Get you not.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
talk about them
I don't know.
Illuminatis and shit.
I don't know if specifically the U.S. is, but I know a lot of them are incorporated in the Vatican.
Can we get some Moors on the phone, please?
Moors. There's some
Moors.
Muzzies up in here.
We're
I know.
we're gonna get
what
old
is
school.
nothing?
For real, huh?
Moors are fucking Muslims, dude.
It's a joke.
Whoa, whoa.
Well, I
I-
guess
Watch your
technically
attitude,
they're
all right?
fucking
It
goats.
is a religion of peace, and you
It's a
really
truck
need to
of
calm
peace.
down with your.
I was just
Decapitation.
I was just trying to use an old
Yes.
school reference, so I didn't say anything out of
Oh,
bounds.
you didn't know what they were. Yeah.
No, I
Moors
know.
are Spanish
No, I
Muslims.
know who the Moors were. I'm just like it. Just it's
want the
safer to say the
Lesses.
Moors because
I
I
want- I
watched
want the
Robin
Lesses.
Hood of Locksley not too long ago.
Yeah. This guy's. Okay, so are we
Is
supposed to?
that the
see it
old
on
one
this-
with the from
I
the
don't
60s?
know.
What'd you say, Midge?
Robert, the what movie? What actor was that? Was
Costner.
that
It
from
was
the?
Costner.
Oh, okay, from the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, yeah, all
And
right.
Morgan
okay.
Freeman was playing the Moor.
Yeah, sure,
Right.
yeah.
Oh shit! He had that badass sword.
With his
Yes.
his periodically
Wow,
incorrect
dude.
sword,
Right.
by the way, his
Right.
like impossibly ridiculous, would never be
Didn't
designed
he get
that way. Sword.
like a lot of arrows in him in the end? Or is that he lives?
No, he
lives.
lived.
Spoilers.
Yeah, you can't kill off a. I mean, there were
yeah,
there were
it's
two
like it
there
was
were
like a
two-
buddy cop movie.
there were too many
Scary movies.
intersectionalities there to kill him off. I'm just
Have
saying.
you seen
Yeah,
any
I'm telling you,
scary
bro.
movies, dude? They always kill the black first.
Well,
Oh,
that's
well,
different.
You're right. We're
Right.
talking Kevin Costner here.
It-
man.
you have to
What
remi-
this is.
You have to remember in those movies, Stephen, the black person didn't want to be there in the first place, so they went
Yeah.
ahead and get him out
Man,
early.
my black ass didn't even want to be here.
Boom, you're gone. Out. Here, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
It's not
Awesome.
like they're like, I wasn't even supposed to be working today.
Yeah. Well, there's just a
Oh, come on,
here.
Robert. Come on, Lace. Well, I will point out that like you never kill the partner in the buddy cop. You might bring them close to death, to create drama
Oh, you gotta
and
give him at least
tension
one bullet wound.
and deepen that relationship. But it's essentially a buddy cop movie where they're bad guys, but they're good guys, and the good guys are the
unless
bad guys.
Unless the partner cop is 3 days from retirement, then you can kill him.
Yo, so are we gonna watch this video?
I guess. I hope so.
If the girls are done talking,
I can't see it though. You're supposed to be sharing. It with us?
I shared the screen with everyone.
I can see a bar. I can only see like a.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, wait! It changed when I moved it.
No,
we're
it's
good.
fine. Yeah,
we're
it's
good
fine.
now.
Oh,
We're
I
great.
know what to do then.
We're beyond great, actually.
I was putting it on the screen.
We're like the
We're
best
immaculate.
right now.
Yeah, we're.
Oh
best.
shit, we're immaculate.
We're frankly the best live stream.
Damn
Sorry.
right.
Sorry, I was interrupting. Excuse me.
All right,
There's
here we
probably
go.
a better Trump live stream going on right now, as a matter of fact.
That was earlier in
No.
Michigan.
I see.
Yeah.
We-
All right, so we're watching this.
Yeah.
Council here today.
Yep.
Mr. Tattaglia has been charged with 2 misdemeanor offenses, which we'll be trying today.
I must
Audio.
object. I am not the name that he is referring to. I am the living man. The name that Mr. Riley refers to, ma'am, is held by the state in all capital letters and is identified by the state on the state's driver's license, ma'am. I am not the all capital fiction. I am the living man whose mark is that of life. It is called a signature, and the nature of this sigil, ma'am, is the living person. It is never in all capital letters.
Mr. Tattaglia, you will allow Mr. Riley to continue
Ma'am,
with the voir dire, and you will have
I
an
must
opportunity-
object, ma'am. Without proper evidence of oath and bond as required, and I am backed, ma'am, by 20 United States Supreme Court cases to this end. It should have been brought to my hand more than a month ago, and no evidence has been brought forward of any competency of any of this. I have to speak for myself, ma'am. No one here is capable of doing it, and particularly those that are bar or non-bar. They can only speak, ma'am, to the legal. My interest is to forfend my person's living name.
Your Honor, this is an improper objection and violation of the motion
And
to eliminate.
the objection is, Mr. Tattaglia, you are not taking the rub. Mr. Riley, again.
Ma'am?
He has his 30 minutes.
Dude.
Then you will have. an
Who can
opportunity.
tell the living
Now,
man
Mr. Tattaglia,
in a commercial event such as this,
Sir,
Who has the right to tell the living man when he can speak and when he cannot speak, what sounds he can make and what sounds he cannot make?
You understand?
Fuck
He
yes.
is addressing British
Oh, cringe.
lawmen.
Oh my
He is
God.
a
If
minister
I was the
on behalf of
bailiff.
Great Britain.
I hold you in contempt if you
Can you turn it up, man?
Ma'am, without oath and bond,
It's
contempt
up
has
all the
already
way.
been established here.
I can hear it all right.
In the face of all these witnesses, ma'am, where is the evidence of oath and bond, ma'am? Look,
Now, do you continue to disrupt?
the requirement. is
Can they
right
hold him
here.
in contempt?
It is through all ranks of the court, ma'am. I have done due diligence and due process, ma'am. Eye to eye. I faced those who would come against me. I communicated properly. I backed up my work. I backed up the research. It's nice and neat. And I have total failure. I have total incompetency of the court because there is no evidence of Mr. Riley's office, nor of yours, ma'am, nor of this lady's here, nor even the fine police officers that are here today. I have nothing to work with now. Now I'm out here hanging over the abyss. I must make my own way.
And you will be allowed that, but allow Mr. Riley.
He's so poetic.
Please give me an honorable answer. Is a British recognized esquire asking questions in an American courtroom? Why is title of nobility applied behind
Yeah,
his
he's right
client's name
about
is
that,
recognized
yeah.
as being banned from
Yo.
our
It's 100% right about
and
You're
that.
supposed to do this at
1789
every turn.
Constitution. Is nobody going to stand for our
You
Constitution?
make their life a living hell.
Allow this, I'm telling you.
I cannot, ma'am, in honor of the Constitution of the United States, I cannot allow a man who carries British recognition for the purposes of British ministerial law to continue to persecute me. I cannot, ma'am. I have to honor the founders, ma'am. I honor the memory of those who fought and died that we could be free of this very type of thing.
Will be taken to up to a jury room where you may watch.
Oh my God, dude. If I was the bailiff in this
Oh.
courtroom,
Stand up,
I
give
swear
you
I would cringe inside out. Are you serious?
No.
If I were
Said he's
apply,
gonna
Recognition, I'm constrained by the United
I thought this was the
States
one.
Constitution.
I recognized the judge.
You better show
'Cause
this.
there
in
is
coffee.
one that he does. He goes in front of the same
What
one.
are you doing back in the
Yo, who's this guy's name?
the living man.
Turtelgit. Turtelgit.
Yeah.
Tertelge.
Ernie Turtlegit. Ernie Wayne Turtlegit. Turtelgit.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck. This guy's gotten messed over, man. I don't know if I should try this.
Can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah. Oh, there is one. Yeah, you're good.
Man,
Okay, sweet.
Poor guy.
But
He just
see,
wanted to
but-
steal from
Yeah,
the rich
that
and
one.
give
That
to
one
poor.
didn't work, but. But there was one that he did where the judge just like got so sick of it, I guess, that she just got up, was like dismissed, and then just walked out. And he's like, "Wait, it actually worked." Like he was looking around, like, "Wait, can I go? Am I allowed to go? All right, let's just
How
go.
many
Let's just go. Let's
times-
just go." Like,
how
quick,
many
before they
times
change
has
their minds, like
Has that judge detained him?
a
And,
couple of times.
I'm sure.
The one that I'm talking about was because I think he was fishing without a permit or something, so it wasn't even a big deal. So she wasn't really willing to deal with it. She was like, "Fuck it, just let me get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, fishing without a permit, that's pretty lame.
He didn't
Pretty
do
lame.
what
Yeah,
he didn't do what some of these lessons told you to do though. He didn't do it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did several things that you're not supposed to do.
Ah,
Like
You're
what?
not supposed to make any absolute claims whatsoever that aren't 100% true. Without you're supposed to ask them questions back. There's other
Oh, right.
there's other things that you can do. It's fucking crazy. I took a 3-hour lesson in this today. But yeah, there's other things you can do. But I mean, it's because it's why it's a system, not like the people I've listened to interviews with each of them have a different way of doing it.
It
But
sounds like you have to actually almost get a law degree to do
you
it.
have
Like
to memorize the company that the website that I got a thing at. It had like 6 or 7 pages of definitions that you definitely have to memorize.
wow.
Like 6, yeah. You
Yeah,
got to
damn.
memorize a lot of shit. Because if they're calling something a statute versus all these different words, like bill versus act versus statute versus, obligation versus tribute, trust. They all mean different things, like very important different distinctions. When you're arguing, for your freedom or whatever. Actually, I haven't tried that shit yet. Yeah.
But it's not arguing from anything that's not constitutional law, right? It's not arguing from any standpoint outside of what's laying out.
Yeah, we're not talking about like the Articles of Confederation here, right? We're not.
Oh no,
like,
they do talk about that though.
They
I've
do,
absolutely heard them talk
but it's
about
actually like
Yeah.
it's honestly more in line with the Declaration of Independence than anything else.
well, it's not really a binding document, is it?
Not in the jurisdiction of the corporation, it isn't. But it's a total other jurisdiction.
You're saying I have to change my entire mindset.
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Well, I suppose, we're all indoctrinated into this legal system then, aren't we? And some might call that even white supremacy, I think.
It is. It's the white supremes. It's your heteronormative white.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yeah, we might have got banned just for me uttering,
But
Oh no, don't worry. I've already reported you. All right, I've already reported this stream, so I'm sure it'll go down soon.
Jane.
Okay.
I'm sure you
guys
have. You're
are just
probably triggered.
So problematic right now. I'm
Yeah.
extremely triggered. I've been triggered at least 3 times since the stream started.
It's okay. You
All
got to
right,
do
well-
the math. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Well,
May I diagnose shitter shatter syndrome? And
Yeah, Woodchuck is right after 3 non-answers. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just fascinating. I'll report back in a couple weeks.
See, that's now there.
All right.
It does bring up an interesting point, though, is that if more people understood their rights, and more importantly, what those in authority actually have the right to do. So take something as simple as pulling a police officer pulling you over. May I search your vehicle?
Practical approaches. Yeah, exactly. Robert's really onto this. Is that there are definitely organizations that will help you learn your rights practically within the legal framework that most of us operate under. Yeah, knowing your rights is going to be fucking important for sure.
Right. Like I've dealt with landlords, and it's like, oh well, we're not going to renew your lease because of this, and I'm like, you're not going to.
You did it wrong. You have to serve me. You have to all that. Yeah.
But if you go to them and you say, look, I'm educated on what you can and can't do.
Real quick,
what?
I require the floor.
Oh.
Saint just triggered me yet again in the chat. I don't know if I can read it. I don't know if I want to read it.
He says
It's just being very triggering
there
right
are
now.
only 2 genders, and men can't be women, women can't be men.
Oh, Robert, he said it. Hiss.
I hope you're proud of
Hiss.
Hiss. Shame.
Shame. Oh, for shame. Robert said the word. I wasn't going to say it first.
I just
but let me
recorded
say
the
it
stream
too.
again.
I wasn't going to be the first
I am
one
going
to
to
say it,
I am going to say this though. I think it's the problem that you can't control the package that the gender comes in. That's the thing. So I mean,
you can't control that package.
Right? You could buy 3 different packages of cheddar cheese, and they'll have different packaging, but they're all cheddar cheese on the inside. No matter what the outside package, you can package it, and it'll say fish, but it's cheese on the inside.
You wish you guys could handle this feminine penis, okay? I'm just saying, you wish you could.
Yeah, that package is out of control.
Yikes.
That's right. Yikes.
But I'm with Saint on this one.
There.
I'll third this emotion after Robert.
After Robert.
After Robert, what? What am I?
Seconded the of course reading it, you of course endorsed it, and because you aired it on the show.
Gotcha. Of course, right. By
your social,
you waived
your social credit
jurisdiction
score
to be the living man.
Your social credit score has been lowered.
Yeah.
You are now the entity.
Oh,
not the individual.
Now I'm going to have to worry about a credit score. Oh,
Opus, yeah.
Social credit, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Social
That's
Well,
credit
my
score.
credit score is good now, ladies. You know what?
right. You're about your early 30s, are you, Steve?
I'm
Ladies.
good.
You're about
dude.
your
I just got
early
enough-
30s, are you?
Bro, I'm
Reaching.
32.
Yep, we're the same age, bro. We're
Nice,
reaching
bro.
our financial
Bro.
maturity
Nice.
and becoming reaching peak eligibility, by the way, Steve. So if
Very
you're still
nice.
single, hold out for it.
Very nice.
Get you a nice
I'll wait for
college
you if
girl,
you wait
dude.
for me.
No, dude. I'm saying, like, play your cards right. Play your cards right. Be successful.
That's right.
And like
Yeah.
be
Mhm.
yeah.
Play your
and-
cards right, and in 20 years, it'll all be ripped out from under you.
Yeah, oh my God, Jesus Christ, there's the black pill. There it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honk honk, everybody. It's so great. Isn't it great how it happens half the time at least? Woo! Good time.
what
Love the
does that mean?
20th,
I don't get it.
21st century.
Is that like 13% commit?
That's like
No,
divorce.
it's-
The divorce rate's being
Yeah,
50%.
Yeah.
At least that. 59
At least,
maybe.
yeah.
So isn't that wonderful? She takes the kids in the house and, fucking, goddamn, I won't go on. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to toss John off a rooftop again.
Oh, again?
Again?
Have we done this before?
Yeah, we have to go pro-Iran.
okay.
We have to clamp down, man. It's
Okay.
some filth. The Nazis.
What'd
didn't
you call
only
it? The
burn-
Iranian option?
They were burning. Nazis were burning tranny shit too.
Well, that was what they were burning, isn't it?
I know.
I wasn't gonna go there, but I mean,
I know, dude. What are they gonna? What place would you?
God,
name? You know they
Ed,
burn one of these
don't
places.
encourage it because you will.
Sexual Wissenschaft, man, the institute.
Yep. Me and Midge know.
Yep, dude, he's got his third eye open. I was trying to tell y'all, you better watch
Yeah.
out for this one.
Hey,
What
Midget.
are they
Midge
gonna do with a
is kinda
huge
black
smile on my
pilled, too.
face? What are they gonna do with me when
Yeah.
I smile all the time? You know? Like I
I
have the
mean,
same
I
views
don't know,
as like
give
a,
'em
like
a-
a
They're gonna
fucking
persecute
Nazi.
you all the same, man. They're gonna throw you in the
Oh, God.
gulags.
I'm like, oh, where is it?
They're gonna throw you in the gulags just the same. They don't care how smiling
Yeah,
or
they don't
frowning.
give a
They
shit
don't,
how much you're smiling.
I'll be like,
they don't need your
So they're not
understanding,
gonna-
just your compliance.
How'd you like? No, you're dead. You're like, you can live one day
Yeah.
longer than the tranny. One day longer than the transvestite.
He
That's
entertains us.
extremely offensive. Yeah.
Well, I
Extremely
guess that's
offensive.
all of us then, isn't it, guys? That's all of us in the gulags.
Yeah, it's probably true. Mind camp.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody's got to have work. You
Mine-
got
mine
to earn a
too.
living.
Summer camp.
That's
always
right.
liked Mein Kampf
Especially,
and shit.
hey, yo, speaking of, you good segue. You got to earn a living when you don't own shit, right? And you never will be able to because you've given up all of your personal debt to the IMF so as to, I don't know, live debt free for the rest of your life, but rent everything and not fucking own anything ever. God damn. Who wants to do that? Isn't that insane?
Indentured servitude's got to come back.
It's corporate feudalism. Fuck me. You're
Yeah, that's not. That's what I'm saying is like if it's the top, you got to work for your boys then. Like if it's like the difference is between like
I'll be right back.
working for Jeff Bezos or like your boy, I'll take working for my boy.
Obviously,
You know
we
what I
have
mean?
to be the change. Obviously, you have to be the change. You can't give up to this fucking system, but
Yeah.
people will nonetheless,
Yeah.
and it could grow. God forbid, like a few people own all the assets that people have ever,
Dude,
earned
listen.
for themselves. Yeah.
I think if
You know
people
how
just
many
stop cooming, man. If people just
You know
stop
how
cooming.
I'm with you, dude. Yeah,
Oh.
absolutely. They lose total focus. And you know how
yeah.
many people I see in my line of work who give up the family home that their grandparents built with their own two hands because of some tax
Yeah,
lien
it's so
shit? And what
sad.
are they doing? What are they doing? They're renting in an apartment. Okay. And they can't even do so much as move into the parents' house, the grandparents' house, and maintain it and pay the fucking property taxes because otherwise it's paid. And it's like a matter of a couple $1,000s, and these
What?
people can't even get it
Who
together.
can't do that?
Oh, so many
Coomers?
people, dude. It's
I've never
ridiculous.
met they
man.
can't make 5 G's a year.
I'm just saying they don't bother to put their 5Gs toward maintaining the family house, and they fucking let it go by a tax lien or fucking fall apart,
That's so
dilapidate.
sad, dude.
Oh, dude, it is. It's fucking depressing, and this is like 30% of people. All
No.
this property is being foreclosed because it's
Well,
fucking
do
abandoned.
you?
didn't know that.
I'm gonna say. I mean, in this day and age, for a lot of people, saving up, putting together $5,000 to pay a tax note is. It's not just an easy thing. It's not just sitting around for a
No.
lot of
No, no,
people.
no, no, no. I'm not saying it's sitting around. I'm saying if you already own the crib and all you have to
Right,
do
your
on if you
family
don't
owns
have
it
a
and all you have.
mortgage.
Yeah,
all you
Without
got
a
is the
without a
that,
mortgage,
yeah,
yeah,
he's just saying
okay,
only the property tax. I'm not saying $5,000 on top of the pie. I'm
okay,
saying that the
gotcha.
pie is $5,000. I'm like, fuck.
That's all it is, and it's
Like,
a house that was built by hand, and sure, it might
yeah.
be missing this or that,
Shit,
but
I would
fucking,
contribute if I knew that was such a big problem. I would give them
I'm
$300. You
saying,
know, like
I'm saying, dude.
I would shit
I didn't.
Twinkies if I could live in a house that didn't have a mortgage on it.
Yeah, I mean
Jesus
that's the dream.
Christ!
Well,
I would.
where does the property go, boys? The bank, the fucking bank.
The bank, baby.
So the bank takes possession of this home that it had never had possession of. Remember, built by their own two hands in so many instances, literally on land, and
That's really
now the
sad.
bank finally owns. And this is what the reset is about. It's about these people owning more and more of everything and just controlling every aspect of
But
their workers.
but you know that this it's an inevitable
Sad.
slide though. That's the problem. Is
Feels
like
that way, and it's very depressing. I agree, but like, god damn, there's
how do
got to
you
be
stop?
something to be done.
How do you? What is the easiest way to stop an avalanche? Is there a
Pissing
way?
it? I don't know.
I mean, like, yeah, I'm not
Start
going
an
to compare.
avalanche
I don't
in
think
front
it's
of
an
one.
At least if
avalanche,
it was a
man.
forest fire, you could cut a brake line. But
That's
you
what
know,
I'm saying earlier, man. Like it's only an avalanche if you think of it as all one mountain.
well, I'm
It's
talking
not all one mountain.
the way corporations are going. It
You
is no
can get
longer.
land.
I mean, they are the power now. I don't care what anybody says. Corporations are more powerful than your
It's
government.
fine. But it's fine.
Well, it's
No,
even
no, no,
what
no, no,
Steven
no,
was
no,
saying.
no. If you don't have
Even
guns, you're not more
companies are
powerful than
corporations.
government. If you don't have guns, you're not more powerful than the government.
That's not true because the banks have proved that
What?
they can do it with just money. The
Who's
power of money.
enforcing the banks?
HSBC got
No,
away
no,
with
no.
fucking murder
Why?
and only had to
Because
pay
the
a fine
government
because they
enforces it.
right the government but the governments of the world said that if they prosecuted HSBC Bank back what 10 15 years ago it would break the world economy so
I
they only
know.
gave them a fine.
Listen to
That's
what you're saying.
no guns
The
needed to be
government
in
said.
control.
No,
Right.
no, no, no. Listen, man, dude. Government doesn't need to use the guns. They need to have the guns.
But government capitulates to
All government
corporations.
is guns, dude. You don't understand what government is.
I understand. I understand that they're
okay,
susceptible
how
to
would
be
they-
bought
how-
out.
no, 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 no. How would they enforce rules without guns?
Who, the government or
Yeah,
the or
only
oh
the,
well,
you,
oh,
if you started, if you listen for a second, if you start a sentence with the government said, listen one sec, you're implying that the government is making someone do something. The only
I
way
can answer
government's
your
able
question.
to you gotta let me finish, or we just gotta drop it. Like I'm just listening. It's a 3-step logic train. Just listen. You say the government said, that means the government's making them do something. The only way government enforces something is with their monopoly on violence. It's the only way government even has power in the first place. So when I say the government has guns, I don't mean they're using them by killing people. All shit is enforced this way. Every law.
Okay.
Just like the one you just described.
So are you asking me how would a corporation enforce law without guns?
No, I'm only saying that if you don't have the threat of force, you are not more powerful than government. That's the only thing I was saying.
Okay, but those corporations can easily bring threat of force as well, the same way our
Why?
government does by
How?
hiring mercenaries. They can hire a force.
Listen, man,
And they're not going to do it that way anyway.
Listen. I know how this mercenary thing works, man. That has never happened without the okay from the government.
Sure, I
It
get
has
it.
never ever happened in the last in all of our lifetimes.
Watch what the government is willing to privatize in the future. Watch what they're willing to
Okay,
privatize,
then
including
get
the
a crystal
military.
ball. Get a crystal ball.
I'm just saying.
Because I'm talking about all precedent, all time. If you don't have the threat of force, you are not more powerful than the government.
Okay.
That's the only claim I was making.
And I would argue that monetary force can be just as powerful.
Monetary force is enforced by the government.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, they're all regulated. We don't like this is a losing argument.
Okay, so who was enforcing HSBC Bank? Who enforced that or capitulated and cucked on it and said we can't enforce the law here because it'll break things? So when they capitulate that way, it's very much the same thing as surrendering.
Government did that. You are talking about government doing that.
Yes, and what makes you think they won't do it whenever corporations become stronger?
I'm saying
they'll
that
capitulate.
That won't affect you if you get a farm set up in right now, so you can do something. Like that's all I'm saying. It's like you got to listen to what I'm saying and respond to it. And I'm not going to play ball because I've said simple two things: that there is a way out, and that corporations are not stronger than government. Corporations are the problem you say they are because of government.
Okay. And that's the same thing I said. Government is making corporations more powerful.
No, that's not what you're saying. You said earlier that corporations are more powerful than government. That's
well,
false.
Financially speaking, they are. They're more
richer.
Powerful than most governments in the world.
They're richer.
Sure. And money is the power in this world more so than guns.
Violence is.
Unless it comes to...
Violence is always power.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Because you talk to a lot of people, like John has told me before, we're not going to go to war. We're not going to go to war. So if you're not going to bring the violence to bear and you're going to capitulate to what someone wants versus violence.
Have you read The Art of War? Have you read The Art of War? I mean, the best form of warfare is not going to it.
Right. But I mean, what are you gonna? Yeah, are you gonna cuck though? Are you gonna cuck, or are you gonna flip the table? I guess is the alternative. Fucking flip the table. Call them on their bluff and say, all right, well, break the economy and see what fucking happens to you.
You can make your own little economy. You can do agorism. Like you.
What happened last time that happened, Stephen? Come on. What happened last time that happened? I think the whole world went to war with Germany.
Why?
Oh, the whole world.
Why are people obsessed with thinking on a scale of a million people? That's not what agorism is.
I know.
Like, why do people? Can any of you guys fix a nation? I can't.
No.
So what you do is you think smaller.
You
think smaller. But you ain't in the Hunter, the fucking Sudetenland, dude. Like, you know what I mean? You don't even have a state. So why does it need to be that big?
Yeah, well, that's
all
the
I'm
thing.
saying. There's no black pills here. You can grow shit, and Robert even does it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I Jesus Christ! But it's that part of me that, this is that love of country. There's still a part of me that's a patriot that says this needs to be a strong, unified country.
You need to love it enough to know you can't fix it.
And that's
you can't fix it, man. It's
that's
smarter
why
than
I
you.
talk about the inevitability of where it's all going. It's all going to hell in a handbasket.
No.
It's either going to be an authoritarian government or it's going to be a corporatocracy. One of the two.
Yeah.
Because
split up, man. It's going to split up.
If the extreme left or the extreme right were to go into power, both of them would be an authoritarian regime. I mean, it's all going that way. Government is getting bigger no matter which side says they want government to be smaller.
You know what? Come home, white man. Let's go to agorism. I'm with that. Is like fucking making your own space, supporting your community, making something
like
local. And John, you can even get with that because we are, you and I, Jane, excuse me, could even get with that because it's about decentralization, isn't it?
Yes.
But
it's
can
about
you
decentralization? No one should run the whole country because they're corrupt and incompetent. We've seen that time.
Right. It's just about not having rulers. Is really the
right.
So
no rulers.
The operative principle.
But you can't.
I don't know if that's. I'm not gonna go. I can't go. I mean, I can talk about it, but I don't think that's it either.
Yeah, right.
I don't think anarchy is it either.
That's where No, not necessarily anarchism. Just
Oh,
just no direct control over my life, unless, of course, I
Consent.
or if unless I consent, or if I impact someone else's life. Unless I'm aggressing on another person
yeah. So voluntarism.
and trying to rule over their life, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I call anarchy. Or that's what I call anarchism. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just think that like
I'm on the
at a
fence with that.
certain point, John, like if you extrapolate it out from like a family or two, like you have like
Come
three
on, buddy.
families.
Mhm.
Let's go from step 1 to step like 4 or whatever. Like if we're starting at step 4, at a certain point, for instance, whoever's guarding the town, like you will delegate. They're not going to come to you to see if they're going to kill the person. At a certain point, they're going to do something without your consent, and it's going to actually probably be good for the first time. And it's going to be them like killing the robber, and you're inside working the mason thing or whatever. Like at a certain point, there's going to be some. It's not coercion yet, but the first step to it is not coercion. The first step to it is delegation and like commander's intent. Do you know what that is? What commander's intent is?
I mean, I know
It's
someone
just
who's removed from. Oh, I thought I was on the right track.
it's just
Someone who's
it's just
removed from the
principle.
situation, but is
Yeah.
making the choices. Yeah.
The general can't make every call, so it's like there's a certain
Right.
element of, and that works upwards as well. And so it's like anarchy can't exist after a certain like quantity, really.
Right.
Right.
It wouldn't work because I would be like trying to tell you how to do your stonemason work, which is vital to the community. So it has to be like an expertise level of something of trust.
What's that? What's that? A meritocracy? You say?
Of course.
What's that?
I'm all about that.
What's
Yeah,
that? A
yeah, of course.
meritocracy?
Of course, it should be about that.
Yeah.
Gee, that's pretty spicy these days. It's 2020, guys.
Fuck those lesbians.
It's true.
Fuck these lesbians.
Whoa, hang on now. So,
Like,
as a
whoever is
former
not
lesbian,
down with quality, I'm not down with them. I love this chicken soup.
But see, none of that is possible where we're at this point in time, right? We can't
Yes,
flip
it
the
is in
script.
your own life.
Can we in your own life? Okay,
Yeah.
but even
That's what you're
okay.
supposed to be about.
So you can say that, but I'm still sitting on a piece of land that I don't own, that I don't have the freedom to do what I want, and there's nowhere that I can go and find that in this country where I won't be under the thumb of some level of bureaucracy, because the same bureaucracy that's at the federal level filters all the way down to the local level.
Then you got a philosophical issue of being even pro-government in the first place, man.
Well, I don't.
Because you're
it's
always
not.
going to have an occupancy licensure and fucking taxes. You know what I mean? So if
You
Right.
want to pull a permit?
if you
Yeah.
if you want to be in the political conversation at all, you've no business even talking that way, really, because it's like that's completely anti-government whatsoever.
And that's but that's the
not
point
like
I'm trying to make is you
no,
can't
that's
reach
not
that point.
corporatocracy. That's not corporatocracy. That's
No.
called history. That's called all. It's called
Okay,
precedent.
I wasn't equating it.
history.
I wasn't equating it to a corporatocracy. My
No.
point was
Okay.
that you can try and set that up in your own personal life, but you can't have it in the present day and age in the country we live in.
But so many people do it, man. Like
They-
go on YouTube.
But they can, and yet the federal government and state government still reserve the right to come and stomp their feet on your property
Yeah.
if they think something wrong.
Ah, it's a slave mentality, man.
But they do it. I'm not saying that it's okay. I'm saying that they do it.
I know, but it's still slave mentality.
Well, what else have we been taught? That's where we sit. You can't.
I
You've
know.
got to
You
flip
guys
the
can help me
script
out,
to
but
get
I
rid
don't
of it.
like-
This whole
this-
time, Robert, he's been talking about changing your mindset. I mean,
Yeah, man,
it
it's
should be
just all
clear
mindset.
that you're having a mindset issue at the moment. Like this is a conflict of mindset.
Well, I mean,
like you said, you have the framework in which you were raised.
Well, I mean, but you have
gotta
to.
decolonialize. You got to decolonialize your thoughts.
Okay, so you say that
That's
you
right.
say that when but you have to think about the fact that you have to take into account family, owning home, owning things, having things. You've got to talk about flipping a life into.
These things are blessings, though.
Right. Yeah, each and everything that you can get that is successful. Absolutely. If you've worked hard for it, you should appreciate it.
Yeah,
You're lucky to fucking
and
have it.
see, and there it is. It's like, okay, I've either got to rely on blessing or luck. I'm lucky or I'm blessed
No,
to
no. I
have
mean,
those things.
you gotta realize your role in the situation. But I mean, still, you make you can sort of make your fate, but still, things happen. Like I met my wife next door. Like what the fuck? So it is what it
Yeah.
is, man.
Like in
It's a
Mexico? Like you mean
combination
like
of
over the Just kidding.
You know,
Over the
no
border.
I thought you meant next door, like over the
next
border.
door.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Christ,
It's
No,
what the
he
fuck?
met her next door because she was a mail order bride and was delivered to
Yeah,
the
there
wrong
you go.
house. That's all.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, exactly.
no.
Talk about lucky, am I right?
Um,
Right?
Talk about lucky, yeah.
well, it's maybe it's the cynic in me, but every time like Ed in the chat saying their blessings from God. Um,
Facts.
every time
Robert, I don't
hold on,
want
let me finish. Every time I think
All
about
right.
something like that, when I think about like, oh, somebody goes and buys a house, I think back to the episode of Simpsons where Bart was asked to say grace, and he said, "Dear Lord, we paid for all this food, so thanks for nothing." Now,
Yeah, that is
it's
funny.
like, okay, if I
Okay.
go and work and I make money and I
Deep
have
as
enough
fuck,
money to
yeah.
buy a house, how is that a blessing from God?
I'll tell
Okay.
you how, because
Versus,
you're
Hang
not
on,
in Rwanda, motherfucker. That's how it's a
Robert.
blessing. You
Also,
weren't born
Robert.
in
Robert.
Rwanda.
so
You
God
No,
weren't
made
born
sure,
also,
in
so it's
Cuba. You
God's,
weren't born in
Robert.
China.
wait,
Robert.
wait,
You're lucky.
Robert.
You're
I don't,
lucky.
Robert.
It's a
I don't,
very low chance of
Robert.
happening.
Hang on. It's also completely irrelevant to the topic at hand.
Absolutely.
well, no, they
That's what
told
I'm gonna
me
say.
that,
It's
that
completely
buying,
irrelevant.
that working to
Yeah.
buy a
You're
Oh
house
my
so
is
god.
black pilled, dog.
no,
It's
they
so
said,
So
tiresome.
black pilled.
So
they were the
so
ones that
tiresome.
made the argument that those things were a blessing or they're
Well,
just
listen to me,
luck.
Robert.
Well,
Listen, just for 1 second. Okay, so I don't want to put you on blast, but it does make me think of you sometimes when we think of these people for whom these things should be blessings, and instead they're awful, they're terror, such as in your family situation that I won't mention the specifics of, but you know what I'm talking about. Like that is something that like has to be I don't know understood in society that like these things that are supposed to be the foundations of a good uh home life and spiritual centered you know happiness and stuff like that can be the source of suffering as well. And in those situations, what's to be done? We have to talk about when what's supposed to be your bedrock is in fact the worst thing in your life. Like how are we to deal? How are we supposed to deal with that?
Well,
How could one? And you're lucky if it's not the case. I'll tell you that. You're fortunate if it's not the case that you're suffering. But I mean, you've been through that, but
well,
it's not that way now, right? And you've worked for that, and no one in your life that you've surrounded yourself with has put you once again in that situation ever, since. And yeah, you're fucking fortunate, and you weren't born in China. Yeah, you're fucking fortunate.
China.
God damn.
okay,
So I mean, it's
yeah,
of course a combination of hard work, but also like, yeah, you're lucky as shit that you are who you
well,
even are.
I get the idea that it's fortunate to have been born here. It's a numbers game where you wind up out of almost
Oh
8
yeah.
billion people, right?
How many souls
But
come onto this
I
earth
guess
every day?
I developed the mindset that if I have to take responsibilities for my fuck ups in life, the bad things that happen in my life that are of my own fault and my own making,
Yeah,
and
then
I
you need to
have to
make sure that
accept
they are your
and
fault. Yeah,
and I
not
have to
someone
accept the
else's.
bad things that happen that are not within my control,
Yeah,
then I also
yeah.
get to take responsibility for the things that I worked for and that I succeed in. Those get to be
Absolutely.
mine and not
100%.
luck, not some
Well, let me tell you
blessing
something
or any.
else.
I think it's
It's
all of it, man.
You're bringing up the point that we live in what some might call a socialist government, right? Where we are always beholden to some government work or taxes where we don't really own the land that we own, do we? We have to pay taxes for it. We have to pull permits for it, right? We don't.
That's
That's kind of
slavery,
what you're
right?
getting at. That's kind of what you're getting at, in what some libertarians might get at and say we live in a socialist system because the government, by default, in this way, owns everything. And I think it
Yo.
gets to what Stephen was saying earlier, that the corporation that is the government leases you this land, and like you owe it like this every month.
Even theirs, it
You
is
know, like-
God's, man. This is God's land. But I mean, it's like, I just want to say this real fast though. It's really, I don't know how your guys like quadrants are set up, but on my end, I'm top right, Midget's bottom right, John is bottom left, Robert is top left, and it's like perfect for like what we're talking about right now. Like we're like the four ends of the political spectrum. I don't know. If
That's
you guys
funny because I'm top right on mine,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're actually bottom left. So you're where I
Okay,
should be,
Fuck that.
at least in this. You know,
I'm going to the top corner, like more and more each month.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Now,
Yeah,
I don't know.
You're farther up than I am, right, Midget?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I mean,
sorry.
I'm more new to it, but I think that like, I mean, I just think that
because Midge is a doomer. That's why.
yeah, I can't. Be a
I'm
doomer, man.
feeling it, man. I'm
Dude,
feeling
man,
it.
no despair. There's a way out, yo.
Well, yeah, but nobody want. I'm not gonna commit suicide. I mean, just, I'm not gonna do it.
No.
That was a good one.
Well, here's the thing.
That was some good black humor, and I don't mean like the Negroes.
That is funny. Well,
No.
I tell you what, neither am I. I mean, but I tell you, it is a matter of like what you have to lose, isn't it? And I feel
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a lot of people kill each other because they don't have anything to lose. They grow up in an
See, I
environment
don't
where
know
everybody
about
hates
that.
them.
I feel like people kill each other when they have too much to lose, man. I mean,
Um,
I think it's maybe a little bit of both, but like it's about perceived level of loss. Like I think the guys in the hood that kill each other, they might have nothing
Right.
to lose, but
They're
they
kind of
feel
what
like
I'm
they have
referring
everything to
to.
lose. Like their ego
You
is
think so?
everything to them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So
it-
I'm not
right.
saying that it's actual everything, but to them it's
Yeah,
everything.
okay.
Right. I was gonna say they
Yeah.
overinflate the importance of.
Their crew is their blocks their life, yo. So it's like I don't feel like those are people that have nothing to lose. I feel like people that are like saying wealth is everything. I mean, I think
They
it's
feel
also
like
both-
you're saying they feel like they have more to lose,
Oh,
even
I
though.
think they are soldiers in a war to them.
Yeah.
I think that they are basically Al Qaeda, like they are soldiers.
Y'all Qaeda.
Yeah, they're straight up Aloha snack bar up in that bitch.
the
Yeah, I
The-
think they
the
are
bait.
soldiers, dude. To them, yeah.
mm.
It's
Well, that's an
kinda sad,
interesting
but-
perspective.
And it's like I don't think materialism is everything, but certainly they are very poor as far as family, like good.
Oh
relationships,
yeah,
like
oh yeah. That's what I'm.
morality.
That's kind of one of the other things. I'm like,
They're
what
poor
about
as
when these?
fuck in that
What
way.
is supposed to be? What are these? Yeah. What are these things that are supposed to be fundamental to a healthy spiritual, like, and happy, well-centered life? Are the source of terror? What if your mom beats you when she's not ignoring you, and like you don't have a dad, and everyone around you is either a crackhead, a whore, or wants to rob you? Like, what's to be
Change
done?
your last name from Biden, bro.
That was good. Yeah,
I feel
that was
you.
good.
Sorry, I just thought of it.
No, that was good.
Like that.
But yeah, well, all of these
What are you
things
gonna- I don't
about
know,
which we like
but-
to talk
yeah,
and like
it's
being.
different for
You're
every
fortunate
person.
to have a good fucking foundation, family, and a spiritually centered life. God damn, that's fortunate. Look how many people don't,
I don't have a good
Yeah.
family.
and it's nothing that they can do
Yeah.
about
Yeah, I
it.
mean, and that's what I think it comes down to for a lot of people in this country, even in the world, is not being brought up in a world where there's anything you can have faith in. So therefore,
Yeah.
There
things
you
that
go.
things that require faith are so much harder to grasp or
Yeah,
even
to buy
even
into.
invest in.
Yeah.
Like I was taught about faith growing up. I was brought up in a religious home, but it was
Jesus
so
Christ.
warped. It was
Yeah,
so
but it's shitty,
warped
though, so
that
that's
it.
not like good.
But right, and that's what I'm saying. It taught
It's not
me
good.
that it taught me not to have faith in anything. I
But that's
don't
wrong.
have. Why is that wrong? Why am I not
Because
allowed
you
to
didn't
not
get the
have
real
faith?
deal.
Well,
It's not
it was.
allowed. I'm not. There's
Oh,
no
oh,
allowed going on anywhere.
no, so yeah, I get that it was wrong how it happened. I'm not.
It's like
Yeah,
if you grew up
but
watching shitty basketball and you blame it on basketball. That's what I mean by slave mentality. It's like if you know you're
That's a
looking
good
at the real
analogy.
deal, that's one thing. But if you are just basing it on a bad version of it, that's called a straw man, and that's a trap.
well, and
And
well,
traps are gay, by the way.
but that's not to say that again. I didn't attempt to have faith in something. I went down
Yeah,
different religious paths when I got older, trying to
but you only
find
talk about
myself.
this one though.
Huh?
But you only talk about this one. I've never heard you talk about any information about any other religious thing other than your
Oh,
upbringing. You
I've
say it's
talked.
all
No,
bad, and you say
I've
it's
talked
called a
about.
straw man.
I lived with. No,
Uh,
I've talked about living with Mormons before. I
With
lived with
me,
them.
to be
No,
to granted, I'm
um,
granted, I'm
I
saying
was
like
I
when
was
we talk
actually
about it.
actually baptized as a Southern Baptist after being baptized as a Catholic as a child, which I thought
I'm
was going to
not
make me burn in hell. But
I'm not making the argument that you need to have faith. I'm making the argument that that is a straw man. That's it. I'm not like I think that if that you will I think like faith is between you and God. Like whether you
I
have faith or not is between you and God. But I'm saying that like to call it bad because of that is wrong.
no, I'm calling it bad because of the things that happened. I'm just
So
saying that
that
for a
is what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
people, when they're in those environments,
I'm talking about
it destroys their
you're changing the
ability to have.
subject.
No, my original
I
point,
blame
the
Ed for
first
this
thing
entire thing right now.
the original
It's
point
all
I
his
made
fault.
was that people growing up in environments like that lose the ability to have faith in things. They don't see they don't. That's why they don't believe in religion as much anymore. A lot of people don't because they've grown up in environments where they didn't have anything to put faith in.
But every single like almost every single major religious institution has been like infiltrated by the opposite of it before all of us were born.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah, there have been events leading to today's circumstances
yeah,
that are
man,
well
everything
beyond our
below
control.
everything after like 1950 with a lot of stuff. I mean, like basically almost all Christian sects are like satanic, dude, especially in America. Like so it's like
Yeah.
I don't accept like I'm not saying you're wrong about people losing faith. I'm saying that there's a big problem of people thinking they know what something is and then drawing emotional conclusions from it and calling
There
it
you
a
go.
belief.
That's a good fucking point,
But
dude.
that's human.
Especially these days. God damn.
Okay.
A lot of
But
that
I
is
know what I'm
just being
talking about here. Like
yeah, but a lot of that is
like
just
I know it's
human
just human,
nature.
but it doesn't make it right. I'm just saying that there's been ways for thousands of years to rise above through philosophy and all kinds of methods to get to a truth that isn't your emotional gut reaction. And that's
Word.
like
My man
what's
Steven. Shit.
like that's like so I'm saying that doesn't make something right. Like getting to the truth is one of the hardest things, and the farther you get into sin, the harder it gets to get to the truth. And this has happened to every single American, what you could call like Protestant denomination. And that doesn't make it Christianity. And if you base your shit off a false premise, then you're a sucker. So it's like you're a philosophical, logical
Well,
sucker.
not necessarily a sucker, maybe a victim,
Well,
or quite possibly
yeah. So sucker's the
a
wrong word.
deluded.
Some sort of person that is straying from what like truth should be. So sucker's the wrong word. It's an insulting word. I shouldn't have said it.
Right. It's just got the negative connotation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
Shouldn't have said it.
I don't believe in any absolute truth. I don't
Yeah.
believe in that, and I don't believe in anyone's truth until I have
Unfortunately.
the proof of the truth, as it were, because
I think
people live in a world now where truth is warped. Everything is warped.
That doesn't mean there's no truth.
I didn't say there wasn't. I just.
You said there was. I thought you
no,
said you
no,
didn't
I
believe
didn't.
in.
I didn't say.
Oh.
I said I can't believe in
Jeez,
any
Robert,
absolute truth.
Come on.
No, that's not what you said. If you run the tape back, you said you don't believe in objective truth or absolute truth.
Right. Come
Okay.
on.
Well, no,
man.
I don't believe in absolute truth for myself. No, I don't. I don't believe it.
Ugh.
I don't believe it because
So,
truth
Robert,
is subjective.
Robert, I don't think you should have the right to vote.
Why?
Because you don't believe in absolute truth.
Where does it
Right.
say?
Are you really saying you don't believe that there is an objective reality independent of perception that can't, may or may not be
Okay.
affected by interaction? Like, come on, dude.
If
There is a reality.
I understand, yeah, there's a reality.
That's what they're
Okay.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
That's what. Yeah.
Well, then
that's
say
what.
reality. I mean,
Why?
an
It's
absolute
the same
truth.
thing.
Truth. There is
Okay.
a truth. There is a thing that is true
Truth
objectively.
is what reality is. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, truth reflects reality. Reality reflects the truth.
okay. And
There,
and is reality? I don't know. That's the argument I've had with John before, is how people's
Oh, I know.
individual realities is that's how
Alright,
they.
well, can we move on? Then? Can we move
But
on? If we're gonna do this?
Oh, that was fucking.
if you guys
hilarious.
want to talk about physics reality, yeah, everything's real. But this absolute truth that we're more than animals,
I don't want to talk about this.
That's
That's why I want to move on.
that's an absolute
Yeah,
truth. We're
yeah,
animals
we
and we
should
act
definitely
like
move on.
animals. There's your absolute truth.
Who the fuck are you guys voting for?
Oh, I
I
already
already did.
The anonymity of the ballot box is a sanctity of American jurisprudence.
Well, I tell you what, yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. I haven't even told the pollsters who have asked. So.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Fuck 'em.
Yeah, because
tell
they're
them.
not gonna know.
Vote Mossad 2020.
Well, they're
Netanyahu.
That's awesome. That's pretty.
Why?
I
That's
tell you
spicy.
what, man. They see Dems turning out and they get excited that they assume that Dems are going to vote Dem. So I find that kind of funny. I just laugh.
Yeah.
John, are you still registered independent?
Registered it with the Libertarian Party of
Libertarian,
Florida.
that's right. You
Independent
are.
gender.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, independent gender. That's right.
Excuse me. Sorry, Jane. Oh God,
Yes.
I dead named you again.
That's right. And
what do you
You know what?
Jane?
I don't even
What have you been thinking
feel
about?
bad.
You been
I don't
texting
even
over
feel
there?
bad. So there you go.
No, I'm just chilling.
What have you been thinking? You've been
Just
interjecting,
chilling.
dude. You haven't declared yourself.
Well, I mean, I was waiting for the argument to kind of,
Yeah, for real. That was pretty lame.
just kind of,
We spent a long time on that.
yeah, no. And I know that
Cool,
once
yeah.
once you guys start going, it's not.
Yeah.
I can't just interject easily.
Yeah, when I
so-
start
You
joking,
should.
you just tell me to
Maybe
fuck
you
off.
should.
That's why I was telling
Yeah.
jokes, because like I can stop
Yeah,
anytime.
maybe you should, John. Jane, damn, fuck, I can't do this.
Do you guys see
Yeah,
hologram?
I can't play the
Robert
game, you
Kardashian?
guys. I can't play the game.
Did you see hologram Robert Kardashian?
Oh
You see that?
no,
No,
I didn't.
no.
But Henry's making a good point here in the chat. I should sue Midget for misgendering me. I'm going to do that.
Yeah, clearly
So-
it's on tape.
Yeah,
But you know
see,
what?
Exactly.
YouTube's
It's
probably
on record.
going to remove this freaking video.
I don't think
You
he
Probably.
didn't miss.
Why?
You've never really claimed a gender, so I don't.
Of course I did. It's on my OkCupid profile.
Can
There's
I
a
say
year-old
something that I want
proof.
to?
You can
Dude,
say
I don't
whatever
know
you
if I can
want.
say it. Can I say the N word? You ever seen this guy,
If
you
you
ever seen
want
this guy
to.
where he's like, he goes on Omegle and he goes in full blackface. This guy's name's Catboy Cammy. And he's
I
full
love this guy.
blackface.
He's fantastic.
Red lips,
He's
everything.
he's
And
great.
he's got this black
I love
chick
this guy to
shows up
death.
on screen. He goes, "I is a trans nigga."
That's
And he
right.
just looks at their fucking reaction. And so that's what I'm thinking with John and I talked about
Yeah,
blackface.
Yeah, I was gonna
Well.
say I told you you had no balls, and I was right.
I was gonna be blackface and be a jive turkey.
Dude, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
Oh.
You jive jerk.
It'd have been a much shorter stream.
I think Jagger's messing with us.
Yeah, he's just
Okay.
messing with
That's funny.
us.
Why don't you show your face?
Yes.
Is that a
You wouldn't want to see it.
identity thing?
Yeah,
Well,
it
it's
is.
like he's horribly disfigured. It's actually really sad. He's got like I don't know, like 10th degree burns on his entire side of the face. It's pretty bad.
He's
Yeah.
one.
You don't see it.
He's one of those people that keeps
Harvey
bubble
Dent.
gum on his camera on his phone, like the front-facing camera.
Well, Stephen, I'm sure you can appreciate that, I've been known to say and post things that probably were they to be associated directly with my name, and, it's already been threatened before that it would be, and so
It has
there's no
actually,
need
yeah.
for that in 2021, 2020, 2021. There's no need.
Is our
I
YouTube
think
stream
there's a
still
way to
in?
do it though, man. I think there's a way to do it where you either that or I just have.
Well, I can own it, I can be like based Miyagi
John.
and just go full NNZ, but what good is that
Are
going to do?
we
me?
down on YouTube?
No,
No,
he's
we're
messing
good.
around. He was
Oh.
saying because
Yeah.
I said the N-word.
Oh well,
Yeah.
Ed. It was Ed asking, so I figured
Big
I
A-
would
Oh.
check
A
because
on the end. No R on the end of that either, dude. Was it
Well,
right?
Ed did give us a diamond, so that's pretty cool
Nice.
of him.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you,
what I'm
Ed.
saying, Midget,
Appreciate
is
it.
I think there's a way to do it, and stay, relatively in the mainstream almost. Not mainstream, but not get taken down. Like you gotta stay away from violence. You gotta stay away from like not being funny. You gotta be funny.
I don't know what we're talking. Well, I'm sarcastic as hell, and I do try and be ironic and funny, but there's a lot of people who take issue with that, and there's a lot of people who kind of feel like it's in their purview to take action based on how they
Yeah, I
feel
have none
over
of
some
that.
perceived slight.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
a
well,
lot
we
of
have
them-
a mutual person that we know that does that.
Really?
and beyond that, in my given environment,
Yeah.
I'm
What,
not exactly the majority, and
People suck.
Yeah.
Well-
so
suck.
bad, man.
And on top of that, they don't need the publicity were I to be exposed, especially again given my environment, and my customer base, they wouldn't appreciate that.
No,
And,
they wouldn't.
Yeah, so like I said, I don't hate people. I don't hate these people. I don't hate anyone. Fuck's sake. I just don't believe the lies.
That's not enough to say anymore, though. Just saying you don't hate anyone is not enough.
It's not.
That's
I
why
don't
you gotta
wish
actively
people
say you
harm.
hate people.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. There's a
guess
way to
that's-
do it where they've gone too far. So it's like I say I
They
hate
have,
people all
absolutely.
the time. Anytime I hear someone talk from across the pond, I tell them to speak fucking American. I'm like, you British assholes, speak American. It's our language. That's what I say. And I'm
That's
not.
right.
I'm no fucking judge over what English is. I'm just saying, you can.
I can make
really
the argument
do it in a
because
certain
it is
way.
our language now.
Dude, I can too. A country has a language.
Well,
and
we
borders.
won the war, so we get to decide what the language is. It's our language now. We
no,
won.
Big Daddy
That's it.
government has. If they don't declare it, it's not
No.
real.
Oh
not
my
true.
god.
If they don't declare it, it's not real.
The nation is not the state.
No, I'm
The
just
nation is
saying.
the people.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. No, I mean, I've had that. I've had that
Oh my
argument
god,
made
dude, like
to me.
clockwork,
In this,
Anavolt, as if by Q.
Oh,
As
yeah,
if
Voltus in the
by
chat. My
Q,
man, what's up?
Anavolt showed up.
One
As
of my
soon as I
favorite
said
speakers.
that, he's like,
I think he's a
"Learn
little
the
late.
King's
We've been
English."
talking about
That's the
government
King.
and fucking authoritarianism
Dude,
and corporatocracy for a while. He's a little late.
Yeah, but as soon as I was like, well, we won the war, so we get to decide.
Yo.
It's not English.
Oh,
anymore,
yeah,
it's
in he
American.
comes, yep,
And then
in he
goes
comes.
up, learn the King's English. Yep.
Anna Voltus
Shut up
red
for
pilled me
that.
on government hardcore.
Based.
He
Yeah,
he red pilled
he
me on
would.
government hardcore. Over the course of 2 of his videos and a couple times he's on my show. I was like, based department.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna be on the intellectual dark web pretty soon, man. They're gonna...
Ugh.
Yeah,
I like him more than any person. I like Anna Voltus more than any person in the intellectual dark web.
Yeah,
Those
you
guys
don't
are
like
weird.
Glenn. You don't like
Those are guys with a bunch
Glenn
of
Greenwald.
sodomites, dude.
You know,
well,
like-
Glenn's definitely a sodomite, but I like Glenn Greenwald. I like. Is he in the intellectual?
He is a
dark web?
sodomite. You're right. That's
I know
funny.
he's
That's
gay.
Good point. Yeah.
But is he in the intellectual dark web?
He is.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
totally. Oh my God.
I thought it was
Oh
like Ben
Jesus.
Shapiro,
Yeah.
Peterson, Rogan, Rubin,
Sargon.
Sargon's in
Sargon's
Tim
not.
Pool.
No, they're not intellectual dark
No.
web. No,
It's
it's the big
Sargon's
guys.
in the-
Like
Oh no, you're
Jordan
right. I'm
Peterson,
thinking
Dave
the
Rubin.
red tube web.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
Sargon's in the
Or
intellectual
the
dark web,
YouTube
he would
web.
be at the top of the list. Like I really like Sargon. Like
Yeah, he's awesome.
Sargon's like my favorite atheist.
He's cringe though.
Dude, me and Midget B got to meet him in person.
Yeah.
He's cringe sometimes. He's
You were
definitely
so-
cringe sometimes. But
You
I
were
mean,
so
what are
funny
you?
about that. Oh, I'm gonna go meet Sargon. Oh,
Dude, that's tight.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
funny.
we were supposed to play. We were supposed to play D&D, and I was like, "Fuck
So
you guys!"
anyway.
Like, I'm going
Jane
over there.
came out. Oh, I get to go.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
I was super excited.
I mean, I didn't mean it, but like, I saw Owen Benjamin. That was cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's good. These are the new rock stars, yo.
yeah.
The rock stars right now are like are online creators. They're not even.
Well,
they're not
Let me
musicians.
point something out. You
He's
guys,
actually the second one I've met too.
I think something should be pointed out, and I don't think that like our bubble is as big as we think it is.
I
I
was
feel
saying the
like a
same
lot of
thing.
the people
No.
talking about YouTube on or politics on social media probably is not a lot of people are very,
Very
tuned
small,
in.
Mitch. Very small.
Yeah.
Very small amount
Yeah.
of people.
Super
Yeah.
small.
Well, I mean,
Really not
but-
that many people. We feel like
It's
it's
like
a lot,
less
and
than
it feels
5 million
good. It's
people.
positive. It's a positive feeling to feel like there are people out there who are switched on and understand the state of
Yeah.
things and can see beyond the pale, that the veil that's put in front of us. But it's not very many people, is it?
is it?
It's
is
really
nice.
not.
It's nice
Like you
meeting-
try.
It's never.
You
It's
try and
really.
talk to normies about this stuff, and they're really not switched
Yeah.
on.
Is that it? But do you
Yeah,
think that has a lot to do with the medium by which it gained its rise through YouTube? That YouTube is not the right platform
Yeah, that's
for it to
definitely a
have
good
built a
point.
big enough audience?
Because
Because-
it's the biggest platform out there, though. I
Well,
wonder what
right, but
Yeah.
what was
done.
it? What was YouTube originally?
We are being throttled. We are being throttled, though. It was basically originally what we're doing, just people
Well,
talking shit, putting edgy
right.
videos online.
What's
Yeah, but I mean,
too.
it was for gamers, and it
wanted
was for this and
Yeah.
that, and then new media started rising
Oh.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
But that the way it started and what it's become. I mean, a lot of people. I didn't take YouTube seriously. I wasn't one of these people that sat around and watched anything on YouTube till we started podcasting. Like it was just like I ignored it, and I think that has a lot to do with the viewership that you can
Right.
gain on YouTube.
I think that has a lot to do with the content of the show as well.
Content.
Well, what do you mean?
You're so normie.
Are you talking about the content that's being put out? Yeah, I mean, but if it was I think if it had
You're
been
like
if
you're like
D-Live
our
was
Joe
around,
Rogan.
if D-Live was around at the same time YouTube started, and it was purely nothing but new media with an open platform, I think that it might be a bigger bubble than it's starting on YouTube.
Yeah, probably because they were quarantined as a community. This
Right.
political discourse commentator, left or right, especially right, but left or right. Even David fucking Pacman is quarantined into this little bubble,
Yeah.
and
he's part
we're
of it.
all fucking fighting amongst each other, and there's only like Steve said, probably less than 5 million total. And
Yeah.
you talk to normies,
Fans
and
all, yeah.
you probably talk to be like, oh, have you been following like the Disney situation or what's been going on in comics? Or I guess like not everyone's interested in that shit, but like anything based on the culture war, anything based on, like real political news, not Marussia, but like genuine, like,
Yep.
revelations in the sort, the Marussia investigation. So like normies don't know about what we talk about on a general daily basis. Like they're
Yeah.
not tuned in, they're not switched on.
Exactly.
Although to be fair, a lot of them do, especially if you go on like Normie Book or Twitter, a lot of them are there and they'll engage in like political discourse, there. So they'll catch a couple of red pills here and there, especially if they meet someone who is quote unquote from the internet.
It's Stanley way to talk.
Yeah.
So
It
fucking
is
retarded.
it is pretty insufferable. It's
Oh
pretty
my
insufferable.
gosh.
I can't stand normie
I
social
don't really
media
like
anyway.
typing
So
and
how do you
talking
reach out
anyway.
to these people? How do you reach out to them?
I
You
don't
know,
think I
one
mean,
of my clients, I'll say, one of my clients asked me how I voted, and I told him, and well, he told me first, and I said, well, why would you do that, man? Let me ask you, why would you do that, given all that's out there? And he didn't even know all that was out there.
programming.
But I wanted to ask him, and he said, well, the $15 an hour minimum wage. I was like, well, man, weren't they paying you more than that at your last job? Like, and he was working a baler, a fucking cardboard baler. And they were paying him like 18. I was like, well, why would you be worried about the minimum wage? You just finished having a job. All you got to do is find something like it. It's out there. You know, I voted the way I did because the economy was such that it provided you a job working a baler, $18 an hour. Like it got me where I'm at. That's, you know, so I explained my perspective, and he was just like, and then I didn't, I mentioned corruption, and he had no, it didn't click. So I had to mention something else. But like I
Right.
mentioned the corruption, and he had no idea. So, I mean, you're right. Programming, I suppose, it is what it is. His concern was wages and not necessarily, you know, racism or, you know, misogynies or anything. But
Yeah, I think
like,
the programming thing there is that thinking that the seemingly direct solution is the right solution. That's what I think about minimum wage. It's what I think
oh,
about giving people anything. Like it's not what it seems. It's like giving someone something out of someone else's pocket comes with consequences, and it's past that point.
Yeah.
So it's like it's all like short-sightedness is part of the programming.
hmm.
Being short-sighted is
Well,
really
Right.
really
these
bad.
people who are willing to cheat
Yeah.
and break the system to win, they're so short-sighted that
No,
they'll
they
break
don't
the
think of it that
system.
way, man. They don't think of it that way.
And
They think of it as like helping people.
no, I no, not the ones at the
Yeah.
top. The ones who really want to win and maintain power are
Oh
usually the
hell yeah,
useful
yeah. They're
idiots.
evil
Yeah.
as shit, dude.
But I'm saying they're willing to break the system,
Yeah.
but they don't realize they're so short-sighted that it and always does. You know, the Republican Senate, you know, 6 years after they established the nuclear option, is using it twice. You know, like these idiots keep shooting themselves in the foot because they're so short-sighted. Like because they feel like if we just do this thing, if we just bend the rules like this, you know, if we just make it work like that, you know, then fuck. And it always comes back on them, and that is good for me to see. That's like one white pill I can take. But you know, it comes from people. And if you coerce or you know, lull the people into, you know, complacency, then they won't be willing to challenge it, and then you can lock the doors of the ivory tower and laugh.
Yeah. That's why the mind is to be taken so seriously. Like
You have
most
to,
things come from you are the problem. So like your mind, it traps the shit out
uh-oh,
of you.
personal
Yeah,
responsibility.
it's like it's really important. It's more important that one looks in than looks out.
Oh,
Like
absolutely,
because
dude.
it's like the only thing you can really fucking worry about is that. Like at the
It's
end
the
of
only
the
thing you can
day.
really control.
Yeah, so it's like I think it's
Yeah,
just like
there
all
you
of it is
go.
kind of like it's like a almost it's just like you're chasing the tail. If you're trying to actually fix something, if you're trying to like
What I
if
was
you're
trying
trying
to
to
tell Yaz
fill
is
air
like,
and talk shit, that's
imagine
another
spending
thing.
all of your fucking energy trying to fix everything for
Yeah, it's not
everyone.
gonna
But
happen.
you
It's not
It's
gonna fix it.
never gonna happen.
now you realize that in the 80s we attempted to do this
It failed miserably.
with years of self-help books that
Yeah, it
taught you
failed
how to get
miserably.
into your mind and fix yourself.
It failed
And
miserably.
and
Yeah.
it made so many people suddenly somehow realize that they were
Commit
just mentally
suicide.
fucked up. Right?
Yeah,
That's
I get it, but
what
Well,
it
we
you know
failed
what?
become.
miserably.
Hey,
That will never work either.
well, let's also get back to the idea of privilege. Like, if you're not mentally fucked up, you're pretty lucky, aren't you? You know, so
I don't know
there's
any
things
person
that
that's not
you
mentally
can't.
fucked up.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean,
I don't know a
Okay,
single person. Do you
they
guys
should
know anyone that's not a little fucked in the head?
Yeah, they should
don't know a
rename
single
this
person.
country to PTSD. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, other countries too. Other countries too.
Well,
not
let
PTSD.
me
That
let
was
me
a joke,
think
Stephen. That was
though.
that was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Maybe it isn't for everybody, guys. I mean, there's a lot of people who can't cut
Yeah.
it. What are we supposed to do?
Rooftop
To be honest.
helicopter.
The
Just kidding.
Iranian option.
I don't
like
know,
that.
man, but it's like that's why it's like if you work hard and tell the truth, you'll be okay. And then
I
if
love
they-
it. I love it, Stephen. Yes, if you work hard, if you tell the truth, if you answer to yourself
You can be
and
whatever you
everyone
want to be.
honestly,
It's not true.
well,
I'm just.
you can be what you're capable of being.
Yeah, you can be your
You can
best.
be
You
what
can
you're
be
capable of
suitable.
being.
You can live in a good way with God's law.
Yep, and you
You
can
can live in
treat
in
people with
harmony with
respect.
yeah.
And you can treat people with respect. You don't have to hate anybody because that's a waste of energy. And
Yeah.
if you realize that, then
Except
you
for
know
British
that.
people. Fuck. I'm just kidding. Sorry. Fuck. Do I have to?
Well, or Leafs. Yeah, Canadians. They're British.
Dude, why? Okay, can I change the
Yeah,
subject real
fuck the
fast?
Canadians.
I really want to know something from you guys. Why are the the Queen's
Or are we
territories
really getting onto this? Okay.
that
Yeah.
why are the Queen's territories that are not America so cucked on these like lockdowns and like all kinds of things?
I
Why are
wish
they
I
so
knew the answer
cucked,
to
yo?
that.
Canada, UK.
It's like you said,
Dude.
it comes from the people, but even the people on 4chan, they're seething.
Dude.
They're fucking seething, and I'm like, well, what are you gonna do about it? You
So
cannot cup.
it comes from hundreds of years of absolute power from
Conditioning.
above.
Conditioning.
Whereas so there's tons of precedents in those countries for government having a ton of power. The US is unique in that aspect, and that we at least try to kid ourselves that the government doesn't have that ultimate authority. And so it's a unique perspective that hasn't really been around in the world before.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of hard for us to understand why they act that way. Meanwhile, it's almost impossible for them to
But the
understand.
difference is they're like
And
they're
we
literally
act-
turning their lives around. Well, like what's normal in life is being in a home and be able to like be in some sort of community without having to wear a covering over your face in your own home. That's
right,
all.
but they don't have the same ideas of individualism that we
Yeah.
have.
Right. I mean, and that's
So gay.
that's always
They're
that's
far more collectivist. Now they're not as collectivist as like some Asian countries might be, China in particular. But
imagine like
they're definitely more collectivist than we are.
But imagine like being how you that's the thing. There is a conflict. The state has a monopoly on violence when they come to your home because you're entertaining your own goddamn family members in it over some kind of fucking arbitrary capacity, and you're dragged off to the fucking station. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna bash him in the head with rocks? Are you gonna fucking fight for your freedom? Most people have a lot to lose, haven't they? So they think that
that's
it's
true.
better to fight the state in the court, and wouldn't you know it, you get a fucking fine.
Gotta be the living man at that point, yo. You gotta be.
Yeah,
do
that's
that.
if you don't think that works here, that certainly doesn't work over there.
It actually it works better over there.
I've only ever seen a Canadian sovereign citizen and an Australian one as
The most
well. I've never
success
seen a
I've seen
UK
has been-
one. I've never seen UK. Have you?
No. I've only seen
Okay.
Australia.
I
Australia
didn't
and
think
most
so.
of the people. Yeah. Your
Australia would make sense.
Your video and audio is shit. Like it keeps glitching
Yeah.
out. That's why. Yeah.
Okay.
What
It's
is
just my internet.
what is what is the leadership in Australia? Is it how authoritarian is Australia? I mean, they're pretty.
Check out the lockdown.
They're pretty.
Actually, it's kind of state by state at this point. Like there's a
Melbourne
conflict
is
between
fucked.
Victoria and there it's kind of state by state, to be honest.
Every time one person has sneezed, they lock down the state again in
For
Australia.
real.
It's been ridiculous.
a bitch, dude.
Victoria especially has been.
But
Yeah.
you know, I've always been of a mind that, you know, like John was talking about a moment ago, you know, like with the European countries and British, you know, that's why I have an issue with us trying to like superimpose our culture on what they're doing or what we would be doing in these situations. And I'm like, it's a different world there. That authoritarian rule that they've been under for so long in many countries over there, all around the world, actually, just it's a different mindset that we have. I mean, I don't know. I've seen people argue about freedom of speech in other countries, and I'm like, yeah, that's not really a thing that they're afforded. So,
It's not afforded
Well,
here
I
either.
tell
There's
you
no
what,
such
well,
thing as free
yeah,
speech.
but you know what I mean.
Despite all your hard work, do you feel fortunate yet?
No such
Yeah.
thing as free speech.
I mean, it was just an example of how, like from our cultures to those cultures, it's just there's a divide there that is hard to grasp. It's like, eventually for them, it's got to get to a boiling point on a large scale for everybody to stand up and say, okay, no more. Right? I mean, it's got to reach a point of revolution almost to deal with the authoritarian levels that are there.
Yeah, I just don't. There's another way. Like, secession is moral.
Yeah, 100%.
Murdering politicians is not moral.
No.
So it's like it's like
It's not. It's
no.
It's
It is
what?
not. It's murdering politicians is a fucking sin.
Okay.
Isn't murdering anybody a sin?
Yeah,
I mean, isn't that?
No.
yeah.
Here's my point, Robert. Yes, I do. Yeah, murdering anyone is a sin. But I'm saying that people think that because it's like because of like collective oppression, that cutting a king's head off is not murder, but it is. Like, he didn't wrong you. You are not the collective. That is
Gotcha.
bullshit.
Right.
Like he did not wrong you. That's not how like any type of like justice works whatsoever.
Sure.
Like if the king goes out and fucking yes, that's different. But the vast majority is like people feel wronged and they like, that's murder. That's why I'm not
Sure.
like an anarchist. Like, I went through this progression where it's like it has to end in bloodshed, and like murdering politicians is still murder. And that's why I don't. That's why I mean, but there's a way to do these things, because like Midget, I've never seen like stuff you posted really ever, but like there is a very, very pro murder.
That makes me sad.
Well, no, I mean like this. I've seen a lot of your shit. I'm saying that like what I'm speaking to right now is like there's a very, very like pro murder. Like, dude, I think murdering a pedophile is murder, dude.
Well, it is.
It's murder.
It is murder.
Dude.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like you need to think about this shit before like why is a secession not on the table? Why do people think of revolution before secession? That's a fucking mistake.
Well, we're not allowed to secede. That's why.
I am.
Right, without revolution.
Listen to me. I'll put it this way. I'm more allowed to secede in my moral system than murder. I'm a Christian. But in my moral system, I'm not allowed to murder. So seceding is on the table.
Yeah,
it
of
doesn't
course.
say I can't leave.
But yeah, of course.
So I'm saying like revolution is murder. I mean like I'm saying, when has there ever been one? Like, I don't really know of any revolutions that haven't ended in murder. So it's like,
okay.
There's a name for that.
Well, hey guys,
can you let John talk? Sorry. Wait a second. Can you let John talk?
Oh yeah. All right. Let's hear from
I was going to say there's absolutely been revolutions that happened without bloodshed. They're called Velvet Revolutions.
Can you give me what one of them was?
I don't know off the top of
I
my head.
imagine it's
just send me, man. I would love to.
So I know some of the South American countries have done it a few times. Some Caribbean countries have done it as well. Gained independence. Through a revolution, not necessarily through like consent by the host country.
Isn't that secession
though? In a way, but it's also they in a way.
Okay.
In a way, but it wasn't really with the consent of the host nation.
I think that's what we were saying, though, is you can't have secession without a revolution per se.
But if you have secession,
what I'm
saying is government.
It can't be secession with the permission of the host nation. It's not secession if it's.
I see what you're saying.
I'm saying secession is fuck you, I'm leaving. That's what secession is.
But here, let me see. Right.
So I'm saying that like I would. I'm really curious about it though. Like that, like about like the details of it, because to me, secession.
Czechoslovakia was one of them, apparently. The Velvet
It's bloody,
Revolution,
though.
Czech, or Gentle Revolution, was a
Huh.
non-violent transition of power in what was then Czechoslovakia, occurring from 17th November to 29th of December 1989.
Did
Demonstrations against the one-party government of the Communist Party of Czechoslovakia, coup to students and older dissidents. Yeah, so that's one of them.
let me let me ask about
Yeah, Czechoslovakia
Egypt.
in 1989.
Didn't Egypt have a regime change a few years back?
Bloody.
Was it
It was pretty
bloody?
bloody, yeah.
They
Oh, yeah.
they killed
Oh,
like
yeah.
the people in power. Yeah. They eventually
Yeah,
got
yeah.
imprisoned and killed. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I
That's-
know a lot
that's-
of there was a lot of talk about it being done through social media
There's some
and
CIA shit.
Yeah, and so I'm not even saying that it was Egypt. I think it was us. All that shit was us, dude. The whole fucking Arab Spring was a bunch of spooks.
Oh yeah, selling weapons,
Woodchuck.
selling weapons in the fucking region. God damn it!
Who is
Yeah.
And there's
Woodchuck's ancestor?
evidence.
Is he Egyptian? No, he's a white boy. Bona
Either that
fide,
or
vas la face.
Or Czech. He might be Czech.
Oh, Czech, yeah. I'm more of a cash
Yeah.
Based.
so
guy. Sorry.
all right, so Stephen,
That was good.
you said something, and I want to challenge it with a question just to see where you stand. So, if a country rises up as a collective to overthrow leadership, and they deem what the sitting head of power was doing as crimes, treasonous, is it okay to execute that leader, or is it still murder?
That's a coup. No, I think this is the type of shit that that Anna Voltis red pilled me on. It's like it has to go through the proper means, or that shit is a coup. It's a violent coup. Like you can do it, like you can do it, but it has to go through the system.
Can you
itself.
not legitimize it though?
I don't know.
Oh, I see. You're saying you need the levers of institutional power so
Yeah,
as
you
to
have to
like
go through the
maintain
system
the
where
status
it's
quo,
like-
but like
It's
but
not
throw
really
off
legit.
the.
Yeah, it's not really legit.
Okay, so you're talking about like a coup within a system. But
Right, not-
what if that involves secession?
Okay.
What if you say, no, I'm going to cut off the head of this federal bureaucracy
Right.
in Minecraft, and
Leaving is not cut
on
off.
our-
Leaving
and
is
our
not cutting
server
off a
is
head.
gonna you know, go off and make its own server over here, and
The only
you know.
issue I would take is that's not cutting off someone's head. That's leaving. Like you're
and
not.
how about cutting off someone's head and then leaving?
Well, then that's a different thing. I don't know. Like that.
So
would
what
be
about
attacking
what
them
about
and
someone who's what about someone who's
Minecraft.
trying to stop you from leaving?
Then
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Then we're
Thank
talking
you. Yeah,
American Civil
in
War.
your how about in your
Right, well, that's,
framework?
That's what would happen.
Your
I don't know,
framework,
man.
like
I
where
don't
you
know.
say, I'm
I don't
seceding,
know.
leave me alone, and they're like, no.
Then
They
Is that
won't.
pretty
Yeah.
much what happened?
then they would have to invade my territory,
And that's what happened.
and then they
the
would
Fort
have they would
Sumter,
have
they
would, I
fired
guess
on
they would have
federal on U.S. troops at
they
Fort
would be
Sumter
away,
without
batting
the
away. I
consent
don't know
of
what to
Congress.
say. It would be
And they started a war without
I know,
the
that's called
permission
playing-
of Congress, and that's
know.
unconstitutional, and ended
your
up
point,
winning the
man?
war and
What's your point?
rewriting. I'm
What's
just
your
saying it's
point?
happened.
Point is that you can't
before.
that you're not allowed to
just
secede.
make your
You can't do
final
it
point
without
rather than
revolution.
telling me the logic. Like I get that.
You-
I know history.
Yeah, my point is that you can't do it without revolution. You
No.
can't-
Them attacking you is not revolution. Them attacking you and you defending is called an act of aggression, and then you get to defend yourself. That's not revolution.
Well, I'm glad we agree. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I just definitions
agree that
matter.
it
So
was
it's
a
like
war
that's
of
not
northern
revolution.
aggression. I'm okay
That's not
with
a
that.
revolution.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's
I'm
very,
glad we
very, very
agree.
simple. A revolution is trying to overthrow that government. Secession is trying to create your own out of that with zero aggression. You have to do it while not sinning.
And a coup is trying to replace the head of the existing
It's a
government.
change of
Exactly.
regime,
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So now,
So, I'm
he,
I'm a secessionist, yo. I'm not
Yeah.
a. I'm
No,
not.
I'm
a,
with you. I'm
not
with you on
power
that, for
hungry.
sure.
I'm not I'm not a tyrant.
Right,
Yeah, no,
naturally.
I'm with you
I
on
think,
that though.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think
You
that
get it right,
Always
John.
for sovereignty. I'm
Just-
always
well,
just
I
a
think
sovereign.
that-
I'm
yeah.
I'm a
that
localist.
comports with
I
a lot
can
of
you can
this
you should
stuff,
be able to
yeah.
chop it down into every block voluntarily until until people aren't happy or until people are happy. And if not, then if there's coercion, I would have to know where it's actually necessary. Like, where's the situation where I am like people need to actually be told what to do? I would rather them fail and die, to be honest. Like, because they have
Yeah.
free will, they should be able to work. And if they don't do it, like, I don't know, man. Like,
I,
not them.
I think it speaks to what you've already pointed out. It's all about the size of the community. You reach a
Yeah,
certain
it's
size
all
where
about scaling.
right as
Yeah,
soon
yeah.
as you
Look
reach
into
a certain
Anavoltis'
level of
system.
population.
Look
When-
into coinism, dude. It takes this into account. It's a brilliant system.
Based
Like,
in
I really-
Conanism too.
Dude, fucking
like,
Anavoltis' system is really good, dude.
I
I think it's really
love
good.
it, dude. I love it.
I have to piss so bad.
But will it keep people from killing my grandmother?
No, he's gonna personally kill her.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna do it himself,
Well,
and you're gonna thank him.
it doesn't matter.
You're gonna
Saddam
pay
Hussein
him
style,
taxes.
yeah.
She's
You're gonna pay
already
him taxes in gold.
she's
And
already
then-
she's already passed away, so I'm good. All right. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. My wife's gonna come home, and I'd like
I
to
guess
see her.
it's like been 3
Yeah,
hours.
Yeah.
It's been 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, you know,
2 hours. God, that's almost
Yeah.
like 120
2.5.
minutes.
It's almost like a normal show.
Before we
No,
get,
we don't usually go for like an hour and a half.
No, usually
I
go
don't-
for 2.
did Steven leave us, or just did Steven?
Well, he's always here. In
He said he
spirit.
went. He really had to bio.
Oh, I didn't hear that. All right. So Midget, thanks for coming by. Do you want to let everybody know
Yeah.
where they can find you?
No.
What's going to be like? You know, you're on YouTube, you're on Twitter. Where you know?
No,
He's
I'm
not on
not.
anything, dude.
Where can they catch
I'm
your
not really
podcast?
Legit not.
Can they?
Nope.
He's legit not anywhere. It's great.
Nope. I got no Facebook.
He
I
doesn't
got
have a
no
Facebook, he doesn't have a
Instagram, I got
Reddit.
no Twitter.
I believe there's a channel in Discord they could see you at, right?
I got a 4chan account. You'll catch me at Anonymous. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all over
I'll be
that
the
bitch.
anonymous one there.
Yeah, I'm all over that bitch.
Well, before I go to Steven, since he's away, John, can you tell folks where they can find us?
Yes.
Oh, we're leaving?
Yes.
Shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
we're-
only a
Yeah,
2-hour
they're giving
show.
up on us, dude.
Oh, I thought
man.
it was a long one.
It is 2
Oh,
hours.
No.
Oh no, I thought it was like a fucking 4-hour one.
Who
Yeah,
told you
no,
some
no,
shit like that?
Special.
No,
I didn't
this
say
is a
that.
holiday. No one
Oh,
told me
were you
anything.
making an assumption?
No one told me anything.
Based on the title.
It
Based
was
on the
just a-
title.
I
it's
thought
like
it was
we
just
were
a,
meant to
a holiday
believe.
stream where you guys went for a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was
man.
last
Sorry.
year we did that. Last year we only did that because we were doing a charity stream as well.
Oh,
So
sorry.
and then the OkCupid profile.
I was like,
yeah,
let me
so-
stretch out up in this bitch. Sorry.
Yeah, you're.
I hogged everything too much.
No, it's all
No.
good. I'm ready to
Wait,
get
what
this
were you
thing off of
what
me
were you
anyway.
stretching out in the bathroom, Steven?
Yeah,
All right.
Uh,
Well, since you're back, Steven, do you want to plug yourself?
yes.
like already done.
What do you, yeah. Stephen Ignoramus, 10 a.m. every Eastern time every weekday, a couple interviews a week. Oh, election night on the street in DC. So,
Word.
Yeah, on YouTube. Probably a little bit of Periscope as well, but yeah. share
Yeah,
that.
YouTube's gonna
Just
be.
to
Oh
go
man,
viral.
there's gonna be so much. Okay,
Yeah.
I hope your reception works in DC
Does.
on
Yeah,
election night.
Yep, it's tested.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check me out. Pray for me if you can.
They're gonna shut the city down.
Yeah, dude.
They're
Do you
gonna
have
shut it
a
down.
stab vest, bro? You're white. Do you have a stab vest?
I have
Or
ample.
do you have a helmet?
No, but you don't want that, man. You don't want to look like press. You want to look like a liberal. That's what you want to do down there.
Yeah.
You want to look like a liberal. You don't want press shit. I
Hey,
learned
bro,
this after
a
seeing.
good soy beard, like.
Dude, I've seen press people get bricked on the spot, so it's like.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
right,
saying,
dude,
like,
you're right,
I
you're
need to
right,
look
you're
like
right.
a liberal. I
Wear a
need to look
leather
like fucking-
bracelet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wear
a
one leather
rainbow
bracelet should do it.
Oh my God.
A rainbow bracelet, and dude, you gotta wear glasses and grow a stubble beard.
Yeah, you
Soy
gotta get
stubble
your beard
beard.
down to stubble.
Yeah, just like
Can
a
you-
shit beard.
Can you
You're looking
find
too manly. You gotta stubble it up. You gotta.
see if you can find one Ankh clip-on earring too?
Ankh.
Yeah,
I don't,
the Ankh.
I don't know. Oh, like the Egyptians.
Yes.
Oh, that's fuck, what a
Yeah.
reference, dude. That was a deep cut, dude. That's like
It
Third
was.
Dynasty shit. That's like, you know, that's
Deep
like
cut.
before Amun Ra, yo.
So,
Like-
All right, John, tell these people where they can find us.
Yes, you can find all of our stuff in the description. We've got our links down there. A link to our Twitter at the JidGapP. We got do the Philip DeFranco thing. Just you got all the links down here. We got all the
yeah, you got a link
Yeah.
somewhere.
We got our Twitter at the JidGapP. We got our Discord down there as well.
You might find me
It's a lot of
there.
Fun.
You might find me.
You might find Midget down. That is a place you can find Midget. If you want to find him, you'll find him there in the Discord. We've also got
I
our
invite
subscribe
you.
star. If you like us, you can give us money. If you don't,
Give us money.
then I don't know.
Give us money, yeah.
Give us
Give
money.
her money
I mean,
anyway.
whether you like us or not, you're welcome to give us money.
Yeah, we'll take your money whether you like us or not. And then we've got Freedom Scoop, freedomscoop.com.
Can I
You
say
can
something
find
real
all of
fast?
our stuff, and
just-
you can find Steven's stuff. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah,
John,
go
I
ahead.
just tried your subscribe star link because I'm going to sign up for you guys and the link didn't work. So I don't know if you need to update it, but just let me know.
That's on Robert. Okay.
Check
Yeah.
again.
I'm saying,
told
the
me
reason I
that-
was interrupting is because I'm going to sign up for
It
you
did
guys. I'm
work.
going to support you
That's
guys.
Aw.
That's
All right,
that's
that's
weird
weird,
because
that's
it used to work.
Oh
I'll try and
The
update it.
page requested can't be found, so we'll update it. We'll get it figured out.
Sorry.
But
That's
a
yeah,
good
that'd be
idea.
awesome.
Wonder if there's something
I
on
don't
the
know.
other end.
Hey.
Yeah, it's probably something to do with subscribe star. Maybe we didn't use it enough. I don't know. Maybe like,
Russian, it's
but like yeah, no
Russians.
one. Oh yeah, it is Russians.
It's
There you
Russian
go.
owned, dude.
Were we canceled?
It's disinfo. It's disinfo.
Yeah,
Oh,
We're gonna-
well, that's good.
disinformation campaign.
Liquid acid in your eyes like Putin does.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds
Anyway.
horrible.
I just
Wait,
want him
what
to
kind
take.
Of, what kind of acid? What kind of acid?
Not the good kind.
Oh damn! All right.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I just want him to take me horseback riding first.
You know
Oh,
what?
that's you know that picture where he's like looking svelte?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Donald Trump to take one similar. I was hoping he
Dude,
would.
Okay. Awesome.
right?
Hey,
It would have
Robert,
been.
All right.
That's it.
All right.
Horse.
We
That's
can
a-
continue to
that's
get out of here though.
All right.
That's a cute one.
This is like the longest.
Oh well, he interrupted you.
ending
You
ever.
didn't finish going
Sorry.
through the stuff because
You guys
Steven
aren't.
stopped
Yeah.
you.
Sorry.
That's fine. Yeah, freedomscoop.com. You can find all of our stuff. You can find Steven over there. You can find JN. Yeah, you can find RRC. He's over there, and Wyatt from Roundtable Decision, and Freckles and Brett. And you can buy our shirts.
Nice.
I'm just doing the quick version.
All right, lube it up next time.
Right,
Right.
very quick.
Yeah, very quick version.
Much love to everybody in the chat tonight. Thanks for everybody who showed up, and we're gonna get the hell out of here. We'll be back again on Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know. We may pop in on Tuesday. You never know. There's supposed to be something
might.
going on Tuesday, so I don't know. It could be fun.
Well, I mean, there's lots of
I
other
heard.
people in our Freedom Scoop group that are doing streams. So if you
Yeah,
guys want
lots
us
of
to
them.
come by, instead,
Freedomscoop.com. Check them
Same.
all out.
Got
I'm
a good voice,
available
Midget.
all day Tuesday.
Dude, thank you. Yeah, and Stephen, right? You're gonna be in DC on Tuesday,
I'll
right?
be in front of the
Yeah.
White House. I'll be there.
Fucking
Yeah.
dope.
Hell
I'll be on
yeah.
your channel.
Hey, just real quick, at a polling place, are you allowed to speak to people outside and film it as long as you don't? Like, no cameras inside, right?
Yeah,
Gotta be a
there's
certain
distance,
distance.
minimum
Yeah,
distance.
distance.
Yeah, for stuff like that. But you can be like, hi, I don't know if people are gonna be comfortable. Like I said, it's current
I just
year,
didn't.
but-
I just didn't because if I'm out there at the polling place and I'm having conversations,
Yeah,
if
maybe
I
point the
can.
camera downward and make people feel more comfortable. Be
Yeah,
like,
I'm
hey,
not-
would you be comfortable in answering some questions?
Right. That's what I'm
with
saying. I
other
just.
I'm not into interviewing people. I mean, I barely do
Yeah,
that.
you're
I
not.
talk shit, make
Yeah,
racist
it's
jokes. and
tough.
Yeah.
It's dude, don't engage these people,
Nah,
man.
fuck
Don't
that.
engage
Whoa.
anyone.
Yeah, but
All
see,
right.
but see,
We're
that's.
also still saying goodbye. Remember,
Yeah.
we're supposed to.
Yeah.
I just
I
wanted to.
forgot.
I just wondered if anybody knew an answer to that question. Is all I wondered. But anyway,
Yeah, there's a distance that you're gonna want to stay away.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
really
for
is.
sure.
Yeah, but we're still saying bye.
yeah, 6
Yeah,
foot.
yeah.
Yeah, but bye. Bye, bro.
But anyway, we'll be back on Wednesday for our
Bye, guys.
for shooting the shit episode
Yeah.
at 9:30. We'll also then of course we'll be back again
Well,
next
we'll have
Friday.
a president by then, won't we?
No,
No, because
No, we
remember,
won't have
there's
a
the
president
media
by
filter.
next
Oh my
Friday.
God.
None of it.
Yeah.
Shh, shh, we won't.
Goodbye,
So,
faggots.
and we'll be back next Friday at 8:30. Both of those times are Eastern time, the one and only true time zone. Outside of that,
It's true.
I'm gonna get the hell out of here. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.
See you guys.
That was